We are live on Facebook and YouTube at this moment. We're live at Collectco. Friday, October 20th. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. We are here, and I'm working on sharing. Hopefully you do the same. There's a share. There's a share. Copy this link. And I don't think I spent so much time sorting, I didn't get as much posted for a hot picture. You go over here to YouTube. Story. And okay, so when you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. I'm almost done sharing, and then we're going to get into some new releases here. And let's post here. Okay, I think we're done. Pull up chat. All right. And chat. And we're ready to go. Okay, so first thing that I have to do is a few new vinyl pre-orders here. Let me move these crates out of the way. And as everybody hops on, be sure to let us know. Say hi and hello. We would appreciate that. There's some new vinyl there. I might need to recap at some point tonight. And here we go. Okay, Gaucho. Yes, I will be posting pre-order for Steely Dan Gaucho. Yes, Steely Dan Gaucho. That will be posted. That's the next in the Steely Dan series. That is the next in the Steely Dan series. He's been trying to contact me as well. But first, we have, let me go ahead and be starting introducing some of our first pre-orders, the new arrivals for tonight. First here this is UHQRs, or Analog Production UHQR, of White Stripes, and we do have a pre-order for this. I think most of them are spoken for, if not all of them are spoken for, but let me go ahead and show you this first new release. And this is, let me search it here, White Stripes, and let me go ahead and be reading these off. So when everybody's on, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. That would be great if you could hit the thumbs up button. If not, then you can't watch. Just joking. But go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on Facebook and YouTube. I would really appreciate that. While we're getting started here, I'm going to go ahead and read off everybody who got a White Stripes. This is the new Analog Productions White Stripes Elephant, 2LP, 45 RPM, 200 gram Clarity Audiophile vinyl, limited to 10,000. They're $154.99. $154.99, and I have sold Cynthia Herdron 1, also James Bragg, Doug Page, Michael Nath, and Jason Walraven. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 pre-sold. I have 1 extra to sell. And Tanner, that was Cynthia Herdron, James Bragg, Doug Page, C. Michael Nath, and Jason Walraven. That is 2, 4, 5. There's 2, 3, 4. I guess Doug's already got his because I did have 1 extra. There's Cynthia, James Bragg, Doug Page, or Michael Nath and Jason Walraven. So I've got 1 extra here, Analog Productions UHQR. That's from the 100% Analog Masters. Those are $154.99. We also have a new release from Music on Vinyl. This is called Girls and Boys. Girls and Boys. Girls and Boys. And this is a various artist compilation. Let me read you the hop sticker. These are $49.99. $49.99 for Music on Vinyl, limited edition blue and pink vinyl, featuring all the legendary 90s and 2000s girl and boy bands like Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, Atomic Kitten, etc., etc. $49.99. Music on Vinyl. These are numbered on the back, I think. They're just limited edition. These are not numbered, just limited edition colored vinyl, blue and pink vinyl. Those are $49.99. That's new from Music on Vinyl. We had one for Joe Willinger, Tracy Miller, Amy Hutchings, and Stacy Brown. I've actually got 3 extras of those to sell. Joe Willinger, Tracy Miller, Amy Hutchings, and Stacy Brown. And these are $49.99. This is Girl and Boys Collected. We should have had this on Metal Night. Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, $49.99. Of course, that music is pretty tough to find on vinyl. That music is pretty tough to find on vinyl. I mean, there's not our OG Spice Girls, Backstreet, you know, those kind of compilations or those kind of albums. Not really a big supply of those on vinyl originally. So, pretty cool idea from Music on Vinyl. We've got Johnny Williams on one. We got Paul Brothers on one. I have one left, and that's Girls and Boys Collected. Let's also go over here and show the new Miles Davis. Miles Davis, let me find that. And this is a new MoFi pressing. These are in. These are $59.99. $59.99. Let me go ahead and read off everybody who got one of those. This is Miles Davis, 7 Steps to Heaven. Miles Davis, 7 Steps to Heaven. This is from Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. It's a 33 1/3 on super vinyl, and this is a new release. You know, when Mobile Fidelity posts they're going to release something, it comes in or they announce it, and then whenever it comes in, it's always usually a mystery when it's actually going to be delivered. So this is $59.99. I think most of these are already pre-sold too. Miles Davis, 7 Steps to Heaven, MoFi, 33 1/3 on super vinyl. These are $59.99. Shepherd Michael got one. So did Sean Fairweather, Rich Recor, and Chris Kirkley, and Cynthia Herdron. Actually, they're all spoken for. Chris Kirkley and Cynthia's pre-order came in a little bit late after I posted it was bumped. I posted it was bumped to October 27th. It was originally supposed to be out August 18th, and then it got bumped to October 27th. And what is this, October 20th? I guess we got it a week early. So those are all spoken for. If anybody else wants one, let me know, and I'll order more. But those are Shepherd Michael, Sean Fairweather, Rich Recor, also Chris Kirkley, and Cynthia Herdron. So I actually don't have an extra one, but if you want on a waiting list, that's a new MoFi pressing of Miles Davis, 7 Steps to Heaven. And Rebecca Barber is going to get the last copy of Girls and Boys. That's sold to Rebecca Barber. And Paul Brothers, if it's okay, I'll put you on the waiting list for Miles Davis. And I got one random restock of Wolf Mother. One random restock of Wolf Mother from Music on Vinyl. This is $54.99. That's Wolf Mother from MOV Music on Vinyl. Let me go ahead and be grabbing some of our first auctions. I got some great stuff over here that we didn't get to the other night from Japan, some Japanese pressings before I change out crates. Let me go ahead and show you our first auction. This is Yes 90125. This is near mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. Extremely nice. Absolutely no marks on it. $35 start. You know, your typical mint and pristine Japanese vinyl. This is what we have here. And we have we have a Japanese insert here. 2 inserts. There's the Japanese insert. This is a really cool Yes insert. Kind of tells the history of Yes. It's like a not like a family tree, but a timeline. $35 start on Yes. That's Big Generator. I may have said 90125 earlier. That is Big Generator. So I got one copy of Wolf Mother. I'm actually going to put that right over here. And I have one Analog Productions UHQR of White Stripes Elephant. Limited edition, $154.99. And those have all been pre-sold and pulled. I have one extra to sell. White Stripes, $154.99, Analog Productions. Fantastic. The crate has been wiped out. That crate has been wiped out. Now, let's go ahead and grab our first vintage crate. Let's go ahead and grab our first vintage crate. We got Japanese auctions all night. Let's go ahead and see what I have here. And Craig, I told you the name of the wrong album. That's actually, this is actually Big Generator. Can I get the Slayer South of Heaven picture disc from last night for $75? Yeah, let me figure out what I've done with that actually. I do have more Japanese stuff. I was going to make sure, or more metal stuff. I was going to make sure we had everybody watching. If not, I was going to save it for probably next Thursday or the next time we do a metal show. But I figured if we had enough people watching and everybody said, yeah, bring out some more Metallica, I pretty much have a half of a crate of Metallica albums left to sell. So I pretty much got a half a crate of Metallica to move. So Yes is now up for auction. Let me set these Metallicas up here. We'll go through some more new vinyl. I really don't have any new vinyl. I just really going to go back through some older stuff. So Yes is up for bid. Let's go ahead and go through new vintage arrivals. These are new vintage arrivals, check condition, okay? RM Lazelle's at 35 on yes. That's going once, going twice. Let me bring a couple of these crates closer to me. Give me 1 second. We, as y'all seen, we were a few minutes late getting the show started. And I've been in a hurry trying to bring stuff up here to pull for auction. Let me set this one a little bit closer to me because we do have some great auctions tonight. Fantastic auctions, actually. So, all right, so new vintage arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. Tom Waits, Blue Valentine, an original 1978 specialty press, VG Plus condition, $37.99. This is Tom Waits, Blue Valentine, VG Plus condition, $37.99. $37.99. Fats Domino. Fats Domino is a VG Plus condition. That's a 2LP, $14.99. Fats Domino, VG Plus condition. And that is called, I'm not for sure, that is called, what is this one called? Fats Domino. Looks like Legendary Performer maybe. VG Plus, $14.99. Final call on yes. RM Lazelle has that for $35. Julian wants Metallica, or excuse me, Julian requested Metallica. Wolves Council wants the Tom Waits. That's sold to Wolves Council. And we have Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby, 12-inch single, and Play That Funky Music. That's a VG copy, $9.99. VG copy, $9.99. Final call on yes. I'm about to sell that. I'm about to sell that. Let me figure out what's going on here. And I know I had a message from my DoorDasher. I was like, what does that mean? Never had them send me a message before. Shakedown first on Ice, Vanilla Ice. That's sold to Shakedown. Scott Fish was second. G. Michael Toyton was third. We sold 2 autographed Cinderella albums. One brought 390, one brought 450. Those are both sold. Yes is sold to RM Lazelle for $35. And we have Fats Domino. Also, the Who Face Dances. EX condition, $17.99. That's the Who's Face Dances. And Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy, a VG copy, $14.99. Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy, VG, $14.99. And The Doors, LA Woman, VG Plus, $24.99. The Doors, LA Woman. This is VG Plus, $24.99. It's not a window cover, but it is an older pressing. Has the original inner sleeve, the Butterfly Electra label. Don't get a lot of vintage copies at all of LA Woman in. That's a VG Plus condition, $24.99. And Bo Diddley, Hey Good Looking, VG condition, $19.99. Bo Diddley, Hey Good Looking. That's on the Checker label, VG condition, $19.99 on that. Concerts for the People of Campuchia. That is a VG condition, $14.99. Can I get Cradle Filth Made of Flesh for $80 from last night? Let me figure out what I did with all those leftover metal records. Let me step over there and take a look. I think I kept that crate close in case somebody decided they wanted to see something again. But let me go ahead and get our next Japanese auction rolling first. Our next Japanese auction, how about just our next auction in general, is going to be a really nice copy of Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll. As y'all know, for some reason, we just don't get a lot of original copies of Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll, especially as clean as this one. This is very nice. This is going to be a $20 start. This is Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll, and this is a $20 start. That is OG Press, Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll. $20 start on that. Eddie Liao wants the Bo Diddley. That's sold to Eddie. And Henry Pardidez is going to take the Doors. Joan Jett's going to be a $20 start. And the other Japanese auction, other auction I was going to pull, is going to be a Beatles album. This is called Real Music. Real Music. I don't get as many copies of this on Japanese vinyl, especially with the Obi. Real Music is a compilation of Beatles tracks from their films, hence the name Real, R-E-E-L, Real Music. There are a couple marks right up here, superficial, do not affect play. It's still pretty much a near mint Japanese pressing. We'll have to call it EX+++. And a very nice copy, the Beatles Real Music, $35 start. $35 start, Real Music. Has the Obi with that. 2 bids on Joan Jett. Jeff was first. Paul Brothers was second. Faces, Ooh La La. Somebody was asking for this the other night. It even has the cover where the eyes and the mouth move up and down. VG Plus $34.99 for Faces, Ooh La La. And Charlie Daniels Band, Saddle Tramp. VG Plus condition, $17.99. Saddle Tramp. This is VG Plus condition, $17.99. That's on the Orange Epic label. Saddle Tramp, VG Plus, $17.99. Kiss, Love Gun. Love Gun's VG Plus condition, $29.99. That is a 77 Pitman press. It does have some sticker residue up here. Looks like where there was a sticker on it that was peeled off, but that is Love Gun, 77 Pitman press, original inner sleeve, VG Plus condition, $29.99. Paul Brothers is at $25 on Joan Jett. So Jeff Brindley, you are outbid. Paul has that for $25. And for the Beatles Real Music, we were looking for a $35 start if anybody wants in on that. Van Halen, EX condition, $42.99. Van Halen has the original inner sleeve. That's $42.99. EX condition, very clean. That is Van Halen 1984. And Van Halen OU812. Wow. VG Plus, $49.99. We don't get a lot of those in, just randomly sitting in a bin. OU812, VG Plus, $49.99. They're normally auctioned. There's VG Plus, that's an original OU812. And Hatfield and the North, that is EX24.99. Hatfield and the North, EX24.99. Jeff Brindley's back in on Joan Jett at 27. James, you're first to Van Halen. You can have 1984. You can have OU812. Or you can have either one. You were first. You got back-to-back Van Halens. Let me know exactly which one. And then Jeff Brindley was second on OU812. Grape Jam, EX condition, $27.99. That's Moby Grape, Grape Jam, EX $27.99. And Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. This is actually Led Zeppelin 4. It has a Stairway to Heaven hop sticker. That's a 77 Columbia House. The club copies of this did come with a hop sticker, hopping Stairway to Heaven. So, VG copy of that, $39.99. All right, Van Halen is sold to James Rayner, and it looks like he did want OU812. That's sold to James Rayner. And Magical Mystery Tour, a 67 Scranton stereo press. That is an original stereo press. VG condition, $24.99. VG condition, $24.99. Paul Brothers is back in on Joan Jett for $29. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second while I go find my drink. So I'll be right back. Give me 10 seconds. Okay, so Joan Jett was at 29. Brent, the Bo Diddley has already sold. Bo Diddley has already sold. Sorry about that. Joe Maynard wants Magical Mystery Tour. Greg was second. Jeff Brindley, let me know if you want in on Joan Jett. Speaking of the Beatles, I'm going to go ahead and make Real Music a $35 buy it now. Real Music is a $35 buy it now. Joan Jett is back in at 31 with Jeff Brindley. So the Beatles is a $35 buy it now if anybody wants that. And we have Elvis, Something for Everybody, a 61 mono press from Rockaway, VG Plus. This is $29.99. Was Bo mono? I don't know if it was or not, actually. I don't even remember. Bo has left the building. Bo has left the building, though. Okay, I've got some great Japanese Beatles albums. I mean, one after another. We have Real Music still available. This is a really nice copy of Help as a Japanese pressing. It's a gatefold. It's an Apple pressing. The vinyl is superb. The vinyl's really nice. This is going to be a $45 start. This is Help. It's a Japanese pressing. Has the original black Apple inner sleeve. It has the Japanese insert. There is some foxing and discoloration on the inside of the gatefold and over here. Nice front cover, though. Does have the obi and very cool back. Help, the Beatles. That's a $45 start. Paul's out on Joan Jett, so Jeff Brindley has that for $31. That's a final call. The Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. VG copy, $14.99. VG copy, $14.99. Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. And Paul McCartney, Ram, VG Plus condition, $17.99. Paul McCartney, Ram, VG Plus condition, $17.99. Bruce Springsteen, Darkness on the Edge of Town. That's in VG condition, $9.99. G. Michael wants the Rolling Stones. That's so to G. Michael. And the Globetrotters on Kirshner. Very interesting. Harlem Globetrotters, VG condition, $14.99. I think I've seen a record of theirs before, but I hadn't seen this one. Wow, it has a pop-up cover. This hand right here is a little bit torn. I could see why, because you have to flip it open for that to pop open. Harlem Globetrotters, VG condition, $14.99, or actually just the Globetrotters, it says. VG $14.99 on that. All right, let's go ahead and sell Joan Jett to Jeff Brindley for $31. That's sold to Jeff for $31. We're looking for a $45 start there on the Beatles. Help, looking for a $45 start. The Rolling Stones is sold to G. Michael Toynton. G. Michael got that one. All right, let me see if I can find my sheet here. What is this here? What is this here? Is this a live at Capitol Theater? Who is it? The Pretenders? Is this a Pretenders boot? I think this is a Pretenders unofficial. Let's see here. Chrissy Hine? Yeah, it has to be. This is the Pretenders. Cynical Sensation. This is live at the Capitol Theater, May 3rd, 1980. This is live. I dropped my sticky. Live at the Capitol Theater. It looks like a Pretenders unofficial. Didn't know we had this. Cynical Sensation. Cynical Sensation. This is live at the Capitol Theater, May 3rd, 1980. A double LP, 2 LP. Looks like an unofficial, or is it? Is it not? Paul didn't put. I've never seen this before. It definitely looks like a bootleg, but it also looks like very nice quality. Cynical Sensation. How about we call it I don't know, 1980 Winter Productions. Usually don't have all kinds of stuff like that written on it, but I'm going to call it a live Pretenders record. $45 start. Cynical Sensation, 2 LP. I know for sure. I've never seen it. It looks like an unofficial, but Paul had marked this one. Actually, I've almost, well, he marked it earlier in this week, and I never did get around to auction. I've got some random stray auctions I've never got to tonight we're going to be working on. So there's that. Very cool. Final call if you want to get a bid in on the Beatles. There it is. Pablo Cruz, Love Will Find a Way. This is Worlds Away, and look, it's a white label promo. Wow. VG Plus condition, $9.99. A white label promo. VG Plus, $9.99. Wow. Roy Orbison's Mini Moods. VG Plus condition, $14.99. Promo copy. This is Roy Orbison's Mini Moods. VG Plus condition, $14.99. That's a promo copy as well. And The Who, live at Leeds. VG Plus, $14.99. All right, we got $45 bids on both auctions. Henry Pardidez going twice, going 3 times on the Pretenders. David Howard at $45 on the Beatles, going twice, going 3 times. We have Jackie Reynolds is going to claim the coveted Pablo Cruz. That's so to Jackie Reynolds. Joe Maynard second. Darren Meyer third. Stop the show there. It's gone. Pablo has made an appearance, and now they're gone. The Drifters Golden Hits, VG Plus condition, $9.99 on the Drifters Golden Hits. And Elton John Caribou, VG Plus, $14.99. Elton John Caribou, VG Plus condition, $14.99. The Who, Who's Next? That's actually a German pressing. There is some cover damage up here. There is some cover damage at the top of the spine. VG Plus, $24.99. Rich Shockley gets the Drifters. Jetstream gets the Who. And now, let's sell these 2 auctions. Oh, Joe Maynard just bid $46 on Help. I was reaching for it. Joe Maynard is at $46 on Help. David Howard, you're out, but I guess no one else is bidding on the Pretenders. Very cool record there. Might have got a deal, Henry. That wasn't really promoted. Didn't know I even had it. There it is. Sold to Henry for $45. Jetstream wants Live at Leeds, not Who's Next. So let me swap out a couple Who albums there. He wants Live at Leeds, and Brian C. wants the Globetrotters. I thought I pulled that. Are you the one who claimed it earlier? Yeah, Brian claimed it earlier, and he just claimed it again. He gets the Globetrotters. That's so. David said he can have it. Final call on the Beatles for $46. We have Fleetwood Mac Rumors, a VG copy, $14.99. It has the lyric insert. It's on the original label. VG condition, $14.99 for Rumors. And Santana is VG, $9.99. Santana, VG, that's on the original label. That's on the original label, VG, $9.99. When I come back, I'm selling the Beatles. I'm going to grab another Beatles album. And I have a Lost Highway. Interesting. Is this from Music on Vinyl? No, it's on colored vinyl. That's interesting. That's always a popular soundtrack. All right. This is sold to Joe Maynard for $46. Let's see what's up with this Lost Highway soundtrack. This is a 2015 unofficial gray with splatter and green with splatter. This is Lost Highway, $45 start. So it's an unofficial 2 LP colored vinyl, Lost Highway, $45 start. Lost Highway soundtrack. Music on Vinyl did do this, but last time I tried to order them, they were gone. So no, I don't know if I can get that or not. I bet I can back order it, but it's probably one of those that's awaiting a repress. So Lost Highway, $45 start. And we got an awesome copy of Revolver here. One of my favorites by the Beatles. I don't think there's a bad track on there. I may have heard Yellow Submarine a few too many times. It's not like I get excited to hear it, but of course it's Yellow Submarine. So I can't say too much about it. This is very nice vinyl. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. Japanese pressing of that. We have Revolver. Revolver is got the original apple inner sleeve. It has a 2-page flip. Very, very nice Revolver. UK Flag Series number 7. This is going to be a $45 start for Revolver. Lost Highway has a $45 bid. Do you still have cherry pie? I do. Several people's asked already about some of the stuff we had on sale. I was going to make a post. Some of those sales, they're done and over with because one, we sold out. or two. I've really reduced inventory to where I kind of wanted to be. Cherry pie is a different story. I still plan on like posting this in the group and posting this on our main page that we have these available. So these are originally $44.99. If you wasn't watching last night, let me show you these one more time. Cherry pie, and you probably will see a post at some point, especially by tomorrow, so I can get them all tagged before invoices go out. And cherry pie, we were doing these for just $29.99. Warrant cherry pie, just $29.99. They were $44.99. We sold a lot of them last night. I don't know if anybody was watching last night. I meant to make a post how to thank everybody who tuned in last night. We had an incredible turnout. But yes, cherry pie, if you want one, just comment warrant or cherry pie. They are still available. Foreigner, self-titled. This is a VG copy for $9.99. This is Foreigner self-titled, VG $9.99. Van Halen 2 is VG plus $34.99. VG plus $34.99. That's Van Halen 2. And also we have Faces, a nod as good as a wink. Faces, a nod as good as a wink. VG condition, $9.99. This is Rod Stewart and Faces on the original Green Warner Brothers label. That's VG $9.99. So $29.99 cherry pies. We got one for Craig Thompson and Julian. These are $29.99. Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich is $34.99. Let me go ahead and grab a couple more. I might can leave that in the corner tonight, and show those throughout the sale because we got a bunch of them. Okay, let me go back up to the top. So the last comment was, first we have 45 on Lost Highway. That's a final call to Johnny Williams, looking for a $45 start on Revolver. Craig got a warrant, so did Julian, so thank you and thank you. Next was G. Michael on the Foreigner self-titled. That's sold to G. Michael. Next was Mike Bolton. You were second on Foreigner. Jetstream, though, first to Faces. That is sold to Jetstream. Eddie was second. Nick Bargeron was third. And Overkill Ironbound is sold. Rush Fly By Night. Those are still available for $29.99. Yes, Rush Fly By Night, $29.99. Let me remind everybody what's left here. Very quickly, this is our first bin of new vinyl for tonight. First bin of new vinyl for tonight. I'm about to end these two auctions. First, Fats Domino, VG Plus $14.99. The Who Face Dances, EX $17.99. Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy. That's a VG copy, $14.99 on Steely Dan. Concerts for the People of Campuchia. That's a VG copy for $14.99. Also, Faces, Ooh La La. Faces, Ooh La La. VG Plus $14.99. Can't believe no one's got that one. Ooh La La by Faces. Charlie Daniels, Saddle Tramp. That is a VG Plus $17.99. David Eberly wants Steely Dan. That's sold to David Eberly. And we have Kiss Love Gun still available. VG Plus $29.99. 77 Pittman Press. We have Steely Dan sold to David Eberly. We got Dog Eat Dog by Warrant. We got 3 records by Warrant. Dog Eat Dog, Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich, and Cherry Pie. Those 3 are still available, and I will still discount them because we have a lot of stock. David Eberly on Steely Dan. I'll pull a Rush for James in just a second. Eddie Leal wants a Faces. That's sold to Eddie. Pamela was second. Wolves Council third. And Van Halen. We have Van Halen 1984. It's EX condition $42.99. And we still got a Van Halen 2. It's a VG Plus $34.99. So $42 and $34.99 on Van Halen. Hatfield in the North is EX $24.99. Looks like we need a few Rushes, Tanner. We'll go ahead and grab those too. Tanner was already on his way over there. So Rush Fly By Night, $29.99. There's one for Homeland Conspiracy. There's one for James Ludwig. And I may do this tonight and then tomorrow, and then just keep in mind these prices are, sales expire, right? So that's why I try to encourage everybody, grab them, because next time I might be like, well, they're $39.99. Don't think too long, because when I get down to like 4 or 5 copies of these and the sale's over for the night, if I only have 4 or 5 left and I need them for stock anyway, they're probably going to be $39.99. So I'll let everybody know, sales do expire. So those aren't permanent prices. Now for a couple, I'll probably do them for a while because we have so many. And I do have 2 more Metallica titles that I plan on reducing tonight. I was just going to do it around 8 o'clock when everybody's on and watching. Usually Friday nights, everybody gets in a little bit later, probably out to eat, movie, and then they come in and watch Coletco, or some people's already watching right now. Thank you. Lost Highway is sold to Johnny Williams for $45. If anybody wants Revolver, it's a $45 buy it now. So we sold Help. We got Revolver for a buy it now. That's a $45 buy it now if anybody wants in on that. Next is Frigid Pink is sold. Yes. Bruce Lucas, the Kiss Destroyer is VG Plus condition, $29.99. Love Gun, a 77 pressing. Jason Conklin said he'll also take a Fly By Night, $29.99. It's on sale, $10 off, $29.99. 180 gram remasters. When you put these on, you're going to be like, whoa, they sound incredible. All these Rush remasters, a lot of them are DMM mastering, DMM pressings. They just sound really good. So if anybody else wants one, let me know. We're getting to that point where it's low stock. We have Revolver is sold to Craig Thompson for $55, and James Ludwood. I've got you down already for a Fly By Night, right? James, I've got you down for a Fly By Night. He did put, though, FWM. What was FWM? Grape Jam. That is EX condition, $27.99. Led Zeppelin 4, VG condition, $39.99. VG condition, $39.99. Elvis, Something for Everybody, VG plus $29.99. Derek Clark says Hatfield and North is awesome prog for fans of Caravan and Soft Machine. That's called Hatfield and North. EX condition, $24.99. Derek's always got interesting information about these obscure records. A classic album here by Paul McCartney, Ram, VG plus $17.99. Bruce, Love Gun is VG plus condition, $29.99. Has the original inner sleeve, $29.99. Bruce Springsteen, Darkness on the Edge of Town, VG $9.99. Roy Orbison's Mini Moods, that's a promo copy, VG plus $14.99. Elton John Caribou, VG plus $14.99. The Who, Who's Next, classic album. There is some cover damage up here at the top. It's a German pressing, $24.99, VG plus condition. Here's two that's still surprising. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. It's on the original label with the original lyric insert. It is in VG condition, $14.99. And Santana. Santana's in VG condition, $9.99. So, next claim was Bruce, Love Guns, $29.99. Yes, both Alice in Chains are still available as well. G. Michael on Bruce Springsteen. This is sold to G. Michael. Arthur Wyman wants Elton John. And we have Jeff Brindley on Fleetwood Mac. Greg, everything in here is sticker price. These are new arrivals. Love Guns, $29.99. Let's see. Yeah, let me show Alice in Chains. I'll do those. And then I want to show some new stuff on sale. We're selling some of the ones left over from last night because we had a lot of these. But, yes, Facelift was $26.99 and Dirt is $29.99. Wow. That is, I can't believe, usually I'm like, no discount. There's no discount on these. Y'all probably heard me saying that for almost a year now because we've sold a lot of them at that price. So, and at that price, we're not really, like I said last night late, I was explaining to a couple people how margins on new vinyl work. Pretty tight margins. So at that, we're pretty much just getting our money back on them. Those are still available. Next, we have Rumors. So, James Ludwood, you were second on Rumors. Craig, you did get Revolver for $45, yes. Thrasher wants one each of the Alice in Chains. Wolves Council wants Paul McCartney. Let me go ahead and pull that. And did I get both Alice in Chains last night? I have no idea. I have no idea on that. Now, those are, we'll see if they're keyed in, but I don't really know. And James Ludwood wants a Facelift. Let me keep those. I just need a whole stack of, just like I did last night, a whole stack of all the stuff I can show about. In between every crate, I can show everybody what's going on with these on sale titles. So, James Ludwood on a Facelift. Did I already pull one of those? We sold a lot last night. I know that. I'm glad Tanner and Jake and Seth were all here. It was taking all three of them to keep up with me counting them off and setting them aside. This has been repressed, but I don't think it's in print. So, but this is very good. It's the original label. That's on the Columbia 2i. I'm ready for a new crate. G. Michael, you got both. Luckily, Seth was here already keying stuff in. We can actually give Seth a round of applause. He was here keying stuff in. So most of them's been keyed in, so we can check. And G. Michael, we have you down for both of them. All right, I have an entire full crate here of stuff. Looks like we have an entire full crate of, looks like some pretty incredible stuff here. So let me take a quick flip. I mean, this one's full. We have a crate shortage once again. I have an order ready to submit. And I have been trying to figure out. Let me see what John's done here. Been trying to figure out when to exactly submit it. Here we go. All right, I'm ready to do this. I got some great bootlegs and unofficials to auction, and along with Japanese, we got a lot more to keep going. So Julian wants Santana, and Thrasher says Cradle Filth. I will show that. I'll go over there. I know where it is. I can see the crate. I got to step over there in just a second and make sure I still have it. So first, we have a Lou Reed walking on LA's Wild Side. This is a live unofficial recorded at the Roxy in Los Angeles, California, December 1st, 1976 from a KMET broadcast. This is Lou Reed walking on LA's Wild Side. Check this out. Vintage, unofficial Lou Reed bootleg live recording. That is a $35 start. Very cool. Sweet Lou walking on LA's Wild Side, December 1st, 1976. That is a $35 start. Sweet Lou walking on LA's Wild Side. That is a unofficial recorded live at the Roxy in Los Angeles, California, December 1st, 1976. That is a $35 start. Lou Reed walking on LA's Wild Side. That's up for bid. And let me grab one of our next Japanese auctions. We have John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. I don't know if I've seen this too many times on Japanese wax. This is a $35 start. This is John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. The vinyl is very nice. Your no condition notes on this one. Japanese pressing. I think there's a hairline. Side 2, 1. Side 1. Yeah, I was looking at some of these last night. Right here. We'll call this one EX++. There's a hairline mark right there. Japanese John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. $35 start on this. It does have the Apple Obi. It also has the Japanese insert. And it has the Japanese inner sleeve. Wow, that's pretty cool. Never seen a colored one like that before. $35 start on that. So those two auctions are $35 starts. All right, let me clear up my table here a little bit. All right, so new vintage arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. Mott the Hoople, that's in shrink wrap. $19.99. Mott the Hoople, that's in shrink wrap. $19.99. That is Mott the Hoople, self-titled. That's a very nice copy. These are non-check condition, so they're EX plus to near mint minus. David Bowie, Let's Dance. $34.99 for David Bowie, Let's Dance. $34.99 on that. And Santana Amigos, $19.99. Santana Amigos, $19.99. It has the original inner sleeve. That is $19.99. Did I miss something? Santana? Santana for Julian. Yes, Santana right here. Julian, you get Santana. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything while I was changing crates. Did we get James Lugwood with a facelift? Okay, James Lugwood, you got a facelift. Yep. Okay, next is Moby Grape. This is $29.99. Moby Grape Wow. This is a gatefold on the original label. $29.99. Final call. If anybody wants in on the Lou Reed or the John Lennon final call, looking for $35 starts on those. Final call before I make them buy it nows. John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow, $19.99 on John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow. $19.99, very clean, OG pressing of that. And The Who, Joined Together. This is $39.99. This is live performances from the historic 1989 U.S. tour. No booklet, $39.99, and that's live from 1989. And I think that's 3 or 4 LPs. Let me see here. That's 3 LP live Who box set, $39.99. Joined Together. There's the same copy of Scarecrow. Pulled it up twice. And we have the Doobie Brothers Stampede. That's a 2016 Friday Music remaster. $19.99. 180 gram Friday Music Doobie Brothers Stampede. I was about to say the jacket looks very nice on that because it's a Friday Music remaster of that. They do a really good job with the artwork too. All right, I'm going to make these buy it nows. Lou Reed is a $35 buy it now. That's an unofficial live recording from Los Angeles, 1976. That is a $35 buy it now for Lou Reed. $35 buy it now for Lou Reed, walking on LA's Wild Side. Vintage bootleg from 1976. That is a $35 start, if any, or $35 buy it now. And same thing for John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. That's also a $35 buy it now. Japanese pressing, very nice there with Obi. $35 buy it now for John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. Let me fix this Obi here on the side. Thank you, Greg. We're trying to get it fixed up. Of course, it looks pretty empty to me, so it really bothers me every night to see an empty store when we have, you know, a billion items in the back unpriced. But it takes a lot of time to get stuff out and get it marked and get it displayed properly. And plus, whenever we mark stuff, I show it here every night and we sell most of it, so I don't have much to like put out in the store for sale. Next for auction is a MoFi pressing of Simon & Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is Simon & Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is a $95 start. This is a MoFi pressing of Bridge Over Troubled Water. Near mint minus, super clean copy. I don't know if I've had this one before. Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is a $95 start. This is Simon & Garfunkel Bridge Over Troubled Water. $95 start. That is a MoFi. That is a MoFi pressing. Very nice. Simon & Garfunkel Bridge Over Troubled Water. That's a $95 start. Our next auction is going to be Journey Escape. Japanese pressing of Journey's Escape. This is going to be a $45 start. Japanese pressing, Journey Escape, $45 start for this. Very nice vinyl, very clean. Near mint minus, there's no marks on that one. Super nice. And this is got an embossed cover. It's got an embossed cover. Has the Japanese insert with it. Or that's the original inner sleeve. There's the Japanese insert. And this is Journey Escape. And the obi is an obi cap. Fits right on the top of it just like that. $45 start. $45 start, Journey Escape. Okay, back to the bin. Men at Work, business as usual. That's a very clean OG copy of that, $24.99. Also looks like it has the original inner sleeve. $24.99 for Men at Work, business as usual. Also, we have the Best of Wilson Pickett, $19.99. The Best of Wilson Pickett, $19.99. Best of Wilson Pickett. And Dolly, Great Balls of Fire, $24.99 for Dolly, Great Balls of Fire, $24.99. Dolly Parton, an original. Pablo Cruz, boy, you don't see this one too often. Sealed with hype sticker. This is their self-titled debut album. It says promotion copy, not for sale. It also has a hype sticker. It does have a punch-hole, but that's Pablo Cruz, $19.99 sealed. 4 Seasons Sing Big Hits. 4 Seasons Sing Big Hits, $14.99 by Burt Baccarat, Hal David, and Bob Dylan. $14.99. 4 Seasons Sing Big Hits, $14.99. Mike Cochran, first on Pablo, or on PB. PB was, what was PB? Pablo, PC's Pablo Cruz, unless PB was for Pablo. That could be PB, could be close. I'm going to go ahead and pull it for Mike, and we'll find out for sure. Also, we have Alum Die on Wilson Pickett. I think that's for, let me find that here. That was the Best of Wilson Pickett. That's Alum Die. And Mark Cunningham wants, what was that? Y'all are throwing me some curveballs. Mike Cochran does want Pablo Cruz, and James Fairfax at Men at Work. James, if you're a first-time buyer, thank you and welcome. Make sure you contact their page. We need your email address and your mailing address. You get the Men at Work business as usual. We invoice on Monday, $7 unlimited shipping. $7 unlimited shipping. As much as you want to buy, we do this every night. We're doing it tonight. We're going to be doing it again tomorrow night. And then sometimes on Sundays, we're even live doing coins and knives. We also sell other stuff here on this channel, including silver, gold, coins, pocket knives, old money, currency, etc., etc. All right, I was going to do this around 8 o'clock. I didn't get to this one last night, but I have another Metallica record on sale, and this is Death Magnetic. This is on sale for $29.99. Metallica Death Magnetic. These are originally $36.99. This is Metallica Death Magnetic, $29.99. That is the on-sale price for Metallica Death Magnetic, $29.99. Metallica Death Magnetic, $29.99. Those are new and sealed. I think we had a used copy in the bin the other night, or last night. Seems like that was a year ago, but that is another Metallica album that probably, hopefully, we sell out of. So if you want one, just let me know. Those are Metallica Death Magnetics. I'm going to bring all of them I have over here so you can actually see how many we have left. And this album for the longest in their catalog was, we just couldn't get it. It just like they wasn't pressing them. And then all of a sudden they came in and we had a huge waiting list, and I made a post, and then we've had them, I think, since then. And that was, I believe, June of last year. So we've had these for a while. That's been June of last year. So $29.99. By the way, Mike Cochran's at $95 on Simon & Garfunkel. Final call. John had that priced, and I started this well below what he had that priced for retail, figuring we would get multiple bids. So Simon & Garfunkel's only at $95. That's a final call. And Journey's a $45 start, no bid. So Metallica's, Tanner, these are $29.99. There's one for Kelly. There's one for G. Michael. Joseph Felicetti. Greg Preston's going to get one. John Lill's going to get one. Next comment was Michael Nath, also James Ludwig, and Paul Brothers. And here's what I have left. This is all that I have left of Death Magnetic. I've got 2, 4, 5 copies left. Kristen Seam wants one. Greg Rogers gets one. That should leave 3. $29.99 for Metallica Death Magnetic. $29.99. If anybody wants those, we have them right here. Death Magnetic. There's 3 copies left. That is the on-sale price. Okay, let me show a few more vintage pre-owned records. We have Frankie Valli Solo, $9.99 for Frankie Valli, and Jan and Dean, Gonna Take That One Last Ride. I don't know if I've seen that one before. $24.99. Looks like it has some promotional materials with it. Jan and Dean's $24.99. Carole King Fantasy, $14.99 for Carole King Fantasy, and Carole King's Greatest Hits, $14.99. Carole King, her greatest hits, $14.99. Scott Fish is in on Simon & Garfunkel for $100. Mike Bolton wants a Metallica for $29.99. That's sold to Mike Bolton for $29.99. Can I borrow a sticky note right quick? I got to write something down before I forget it. I got to remind myself of a couple things. I'm already thinking about stuff I've got to do later tonight. Okay. Next is Simon & Garfunkel at 100. Fred Carnell wants a Metallica. And we have one left. Chris Bijak wants Carole King's Greatest Hits. Since we're still bidding on Simon & Garfunkel, I'm going to go ahead and end Journey Escape. Journey Escape is going to be a $45 buy it now. One of the few times I've put one of these up without an opening bid. $45 buy it now. That's got Don't Stop Believing on it. Their kind of classic major blockbuster album. That's a $45 buy it now. It's a top Japanese pressing with Obi here. Very nice. And it's sold to Daniel, one of our new buyers from last night. That is sold to Daniel. Let me get this, Daniel, this Obi cap at the top. You got to kind of slide it in the sleeve there just right. That's sold to you for a $45 buy it now. Mike's out on Simon & Garfunkel. That means Scott Fish has this for $100, and that's a final call. MoFi pressing, A Bridge Over Troubled Water. That's at $100. Final call on that. Another Carole King, Welcome Home. $14.99 for Carole King, Welcome Home. And the Greg Kihn Band, Next of Kin. That's a promo copy, $14.99. Brian Case is going to take the last Metallica Death Magnetic. That is sold for $29.99. We're now sold out of Death Magnetic. Eddie Kendricks at his best. $14.99 for Eddie Kendricks at his best. $14.99. Eddie Kendricks. Also Janis Joplin, $34.99. I've got them old Cosmic Blues again, Mama. Janis Joplin is $34.99. I've got them old Cosmic Blues again, $34.99. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. That is $19.99. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, $19.99. And that is the OG press of that. It has a sample copy on the back, which has a clip corner. That is $19.99. It's a gatefold with the lyric booklet. Elton John. Very cool. Has the booklet with that, with all the lyrics. $19.99 for Elton John. Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. A classic. All right, let me go ahead and put this back in here. Let's sell Simon & Garfunkel for $100. That is sold for $100. And let me grab another new auction. How about some REM? This is a 1987 Italian. This is live recordings. This is from the Pittsburgh collection. It's REM, The Pop Dream. This is going to be a $65 start. REM, The Pop Dream, 2LP live unofficial. And this is songs from various live concerts between 1982 and 1985. Look how many tracks. Wow. $65 start on this. It's an unofficial from Italy. 1987 is when it was pressed. Live tracks from 82 to 85. REM is a $65 start. Carol Puckett wants RS. RS was, what was RS? Usually means Rolling Stones for Carol, but I don't see one in here. This is $22.99 Jefferson Starship Earth. It also has the press kit with it. Jetstream's in on REM at $65. Going once, going twice. Next up for auction, I don't think I got to all these last night, so let me try this one, or maybe I offered it as a buy it now, so let me put it up for auction. This is Metallica, the Japan broadcast, 1986. This is a $35 start. Metallica, the Japan broadcast, 1986, 2LP, live unofficial. Metallica, that's a $35 start. $35 start. Jetstream is at $65 on REM, going once, going twice. The Moody Blues Octave is $19.99. The Moody Blues Octave is $19.99. That's on the Blue London stereo label. And Player is $24.99. That's a white label promo for Player. And that has their hit song, Baby Come Back, $24.99 on it. White label promo. Don't see that as often. Ike and Tina Turner, Ooh Poo Padu. That is $19.99. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that or getting those syllables out just correctly, but that's on the Harmony label. Ike and Tina Turner, $19.99. And we have Great Songs of Johnny Cash, a 1983 Denmark picture disc, $24.99. And Heart's Greatest Hits and Live. So it's Heart's Greatest Hits and live tracks, $29.99 for Heart. And Brand X, this has Phil Collins on it, $19.99 for Brand X. Eddie Leal on the I Cantina, that's sold to him. Let's go ahead and call REM, a final call, and a final call Metallica for a $35 start. Al Di Meola is $19.99. And we have Ricochet by Tangerine Dream, $24.99, Tangerine Dream. Metallica, this is a sealed unofficial Japan broadcast, 1986. That's live November 17th, 1986. We're looking for a $35 starting bid before I make that a buy now. Darren, you were second on I Cantina, and Eddie wants Al Di Meola. That's also sold to Eddie. All right, REM, very surprising. Jetstream gets that for $65. The Pop Dream, usually those have multiple bids. That's sold to Jetstream for $65. And we have another copy of the Beatles' Help. This time it's a little bit different version. It's still on Apple. It's got a little bit different Obi on it here. And this is going to be a $45 start as well. This is the Beatles' Help. The vinyl on this one is extremely nice. $45 start. There's the vinyl for that. Has the Japanese insert. That's the original Apple inner sleeve, and that's the Japanese insert with lyrics. Nice cover. Has the Obi there. Front and back, nice. There is some slight discoloration on the back of this jacket and here on the Obi. A couple spots over here on the other panel as well. $45 start, the Beatles' Help. James Fairfax, first on Tangerine Dream. Kyle's at 35 on Metallica, going twice, going 3 times. John Lennon, Walls and Bridges, $26.99, one of his original studio albums, $26.99. And Jefferson Airplane Bark, $14.99 for Jefferson Airplane Bark, $14.99. Sad Cafe, Misplaced Ideals, $19.99 for Sad Cafe, Misplaced Ideals. And Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water. Chris Squire, the bassist for Yes, $14.99. Fish Out of Water. Chris Squire, $14.99. Metallica's at 36, new bid on that. And Stone Ground is $24.99. $24.99 for Stone Ground. Very interesting. All right, let me see what else we have over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 exactly of these, and then we're going to do some Greta Van Fleet's on sale. But I've got 10 copies of these exactly. Same thing, Metallica, $29.99. I didn't show this title last night, and it's one of the few that I have on sale. I think I have one other title maybe to discount after this. I'm looking at my stock. But this is Metallica. This is Hardwired to Self-Destruct. 2 LP, $29.99. That is on sale if anybody wants it. By the way, we have a Metallica record up for bid. It's a live unofficial, the Japan broadcast, 1986. Hardwired, if you don't have that one already, that is $29.99. And that's the 10 copies I have left. Maybe we'll sell out of that one too. Hopefully, $29.99. That's Hardwired to Self-Destruct. That's another one kind of like Death Magnetic. Whenever they kind of go out, we don't see them as often. They're kind of gone for a while. So let me see what else I have in here. Boy, our Metallica section used to be the biggest in the store next to Led Zeppelin. Actually, Metallica and Pink Floyd are the biggest sections, and then Led Zeppelin, based on just pure stock. And now Metallica has took a hit, which is not a bad thing. So these are $29.99. These are Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Moth into Flame. What's that other song? Live is to Die. Here Comes the Revenge is good. What's that other one I like? I guess Here Comes the Revenge. That's a really good one. Okay, Kelly Cook gets one. Tanner, these are $29.99. GC Colleton, let me know if you want backing on Metallica. If not, I'm going to sell it to Kyle Gregory. Kelly Cook gets one. Joseph Felicetti gets one. Mike Bolton, Daniel Hisner, Paul Brothers. And that leaves these right here. Also, Greg Preston. That has got 4 copies left. We just sold 6 of them. Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Now, we have any Kiss or Alice Cooper. Kiss or Alice Cooper could pop up at any second. So if you're a first-time buyer, these are new vintage arrivals. I have no idea what's in here. I have no idea what's in the next crate, or do I have any idea what's in the crate after that? These are all kind of first come, first serve. There could be an Alice Cooper record next. I hope you're just watching and ready to buy it, because it will sell very quickly. Next was Robert Johnson wants a Hardwired, and then Greg Rogers, you put Alas. Now, what was that for? Let me know exactly what that is. Greg, there's no bid on the Beatles. I was about to do a final call if anybody wants to get a bid. We're looking for a $45 start on Help. $45 start on Help. Final call if anybody wants in. Metallica has a new bid for $41 with GC. Kyle Gregory, you're out. And then Greg Rogers, let me know what ALAS was for. There's 3 copies of Metallica left. Next is, the song on the album. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Atlas Rise. Yes, Atlas Rise. Billy Preston, A Whole New Thing. Billy Preston is a white label promo, $19.99. Billy Preston and Johnny Nash, My Merry-Go-Round. Johnny Nash is $14.99. We got 2 bids on Help. We have Fred Carnell has a bid. Greg D has a bid. So Fred was in first. So Greg, you're out, and Kyle's back on Metallica for $45. The Very Best of Poco. This is actually a white label promo. The Very Best of Poco, $17.99. And Lynn's Farn, Back and Forth, $19.99. I think the last few nights of vintage stuff, we've had more white label promos and promotional marked records than ever before. $19.99. Kingfish, Live and Kicking. Kingfish is $19.99. For our Grateful Dead fans, we have Kingfish, $19.99. Bob Weir, guitar and vocals. You missed Robert Johnson's claim. Did I miss? I don't think I did. Robert Johnson, I pulled him a hardwire, right? Tanner will check. We got one pulled, Carol. The Temptations, $19.90. 1973 white label promo. The Temptations is $19.99. And the Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line, $17.99. Greg's backing on Help at $50. Fred Cardinale, you're out. GC Collinson's out on Metallica. That means Kyle has that for $45. So those are Metallica's at $45 final call. And we have Mr. Blues, B.B. King. That is a 1967 copy, $39.99. Mr. Blues, B.B. King. That's extremely nice. Don't see that one as often. 1967, $39.99. Fred Carnell, let me know if you want back in or out on Help. Ruben and the Jets is $34.99. He's back in at $51. Mike Vandergits is going to get the B.B. King. Thomas Hujar was second. Crosby, Stills, and Nash so far. This is their greatest hits album, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young so far. $34.99 for CSNY. $34.99 on that. And Deep Purple, Perfect Stranger, $26.99. Deep Purple, Perfect Stranger. Brand X Livestock, $14.99 for Brand X Livestock, $14.99. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put these away so I can grab something else. Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, that was $29.99. There's 3 copies left. Hardwired, 3 copies left. And let me go over here and remind you of this one. Now, this one, it's going to be on sale. When these go out, it's like, man, I wish I always had more. So I'll discount it. It's actually going to be $7 off, and this is one a lot of people's always needing because originals are hard to find. And it's always a little bit pricier, claim. And this is Metallica Garage Inc. Metallica Garage Inc. These are going to be $49.99. Garage Inc. They were $56.99. $49.99, that's $7 off, and that's a 3 LP. And that includes the $5.98 EP, Garage Days, Revisited, Turn the Page, Whiskey in the Jars on here. That's $49.99. If you don't have that one already, they're usually $56.99, $49.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell this Metallica. Let's end that one for $45 to Kyle Gregory. And Greg is back in on Help at $55. I show 8 claims, but you have 3 left. Hardwired. Kelly Cook, Joseph, Michael Bolton, Daniel Hisner, Paul Brothers, Greg Preston, Robert Johnson. That was 7 people. The Beatles is at 55 with Greg D. And that's Fred Carnell if you want me back in. So there's Garage Inc. I have those if anybody wants them. Just going through the entire Metallica discography at this point. That one's not as big as a discount because 2 things, I usually need them. And we haven't had them that long. I just got those just June of this year. I got a big restock of those. So those are available. Okay, Fred Carnell, let me know if you want backing on Help. And we have Second Movement, Eddie Harris and Les McCann, $19.99. Second Movement, Eddie Harris and Les McCann, that is $19.99. Eddie Harris and Les McCann, very clean and shrink wrap, $19.99 on that. Also, Moondog Matinee, the band, $24.99 for Moondog Matinee, the band, $24.99. All right, Fred's out on Help. Let's go ahead and sell that to Greg D for $55. Garage Inc. is $49.99. Let me put up another Japanese auction. This is going to be Yellow Submarine, and I got another vintage bootleg to sell. This time it's Queen. I think we've had this one before from the Pittsburgh collection. And this is Queen, Geisha Boys. I'm not real for sure, though. And this is an unofficial live at Nichida Kodo, Tokyo, Japan. Close enough. We have, this is April 4th, 1976. This is a vintage Queen unofficial. This is going to be a $55 start. $55 start on that. $55 start. Queen live, 1976. Also, I think I have a fly-by-night from Jim Hickson. Did I give that to you, Tanner? I didn't. So, yeah, and go ahead and please grab a couple more. I'll show those one more time. Queen's a $55 start. How much was Deep Purple? Deep Purple Perfect Stranger was $26.99. No condition notes on that. Close up on the Honky Tonk, the Flying Burrito Brothers, $34.99. The Flying Burrito Brothers, this is Close Up the Honky Tonk, 1968 to 1972 compilation, $34.99. Dominic, if you want to bid on Queen, make sure you put Queen and then your bid of $55. Also, we have Yellow Submarine, very cool here. Don't get this one as often. One of the more always missing in a lot of people's Beatles collection, Yellow Submarine. This is a Japanese pressing. This one is a solid EX as far as Japanese standards. It's not perfect and pristine, but it's not bad whatsoever, especially the way I normally see U.S. pressings. This is going to be a $45 start. Extremely nice jacket, and I love the artwork for Yellow Submarine. $45 start. There's the Japanese insert. This is UK Flag Series number 11. $45 start on that. Okay, we have Henry was first on Flying Burrito Brothers. Thomas, you were second. Dominic is in on 55 on Queen and $45 start on the Beatles. Return to Forever, Chick Corea, $19.99 on Return to Forever, Chick Corea. Tracy Ullman is $9.99. Tracy Ullman, and this is Reggae Music Volume 2, $19.99. This is Reggae Music Volume 2, $19.99. Boston Self-Titled. This is something that is pretty cool. I'll put this up for auction in just a second. John had told me about that. I'm going to run that for auction. It's going to be a $1 start, okay? So I'll put that up for auction in just a second. The Beach Boys 15 Big Ones, $19.99. The Beach Boys 15 Big Ones. The Shirelles sing their very best. The Shirelles is $9.99. And we have Mingus, his last recording sessions, Something Like a Bird. Charles Mingus, $19.99. Something Like a Bird. And John Lennon, Something Precious and Rare. This is $39.99. This is a unauthorized release of rehearsal outtakes from the tapes of Walls and Bridges recording sessions recorded at Sunset Sound Saturday morning, July 13th, 1974. John Lennon, Something Precious and Rare, $39.99 on that. $39.99 on that. Yellow Submarines at $45.45. Fred Carnell wants reggae. This is reggae music, and Romulo wants the Charles Mingus. Let's do some final calls. Dominic has the Queen live unofficial from 1976. That's Queen Geisha Boys. That's a vintage bootleg, 1976. $55 bid on that. Final call for Dominic, and we have the Beatles Yellow Submarine. David Eberly was in first. Terry, you were second. So David has the high bid. If you want to bid, let me know. Or if you're out at 45, that's fine. Just also let me know. And those are final calls, 55 and 45. I'm going to read the titles that's left in here very quickly. And if you want in, let me know. Or if you want a price, let me know. And I think there was one title left over here that I didn't get to last night. Of course, I'm going to remind you of another title that we had in stock. And these here, I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 of these. Okay, so I've got very limited at this title. And this is a title we didn't get to last night. Let me make sure the other ones are good to go. There's that one. There's 5. Okay, there's another one. I guess I'm going to have a few more than I thought. Actually, yeah. I'll go ahead and bring. No, these. Okay. Yeah. I'll do these. Okay, and I'll bring this just in case to show later. So these, I'm not going to call them. They're on sale, but they're 1 or 2 things, and I'll show you what it is. First, let me tell you the price. On sale, just like the other Rush albums that were $36, these are now $26. So $26.99 for Rush Hemispheres. Before you comment, I want to let you know that all these are 1 or 2 things. They either have a seam split, $26.99, they have a seam split, or they're opened, but they're new. These come in perforated bags, and just where people flip through them here in the store, the perforation sometimes gets ripped off. So these are still new, but they're not sealed. But they're new. They've never been played. $26.99 for Hemispheres. So, and some of those have seam splits as well. So $26.99 for Hemispheres, and this is all I only have like 2 others that are mint and unopened, and of course I'm going to keep those here in the store unless anybody wants one of those for $36.99. But here's another one. So they're all just slightly, and then these here, they're just, I don't know why, but these are in a resealable bag. That's how we got them. They're still new, and I guess technically they're sealed, but we got them in a resealable bag. They're not perforated. I don't know if that's a different pressing. I'm not real for sure. So there's 3 others that's in a press, and those aren't really, those are, well, one of them has a light seam crackle. So basically, you're getting a nice, decent copy of Rush Hemispheres. The vinyl is going to be mint and pristine and sounding amazing. So unless you're really picky about your jackets or the fact that it may be already open but still new, that's what I have. And they're only $26.99. They're only $26.99. So let me see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and sell the Queen to Dominic. That's sold to Dominic for $55, Tanner. That is sold. That is sold to Dominic. And the Beatles has a new bid. David was at 45. Joe Maynard bid 46. Joe Maynard was at 46. First, out of here, Greg Rogers wants the Deep Purple. So there is a new bid on Yellow Submarine for 46. Deep Purple sold to Greg Rogers. And now the Rush that are $26.99. Ryan Christie's going to get a Rush. So is Thomas Hujar, Robert Johnson, and James Ludwig. So there's 4 copies of Rush. And I have more if anybody else wants one. Rush is $26.99. That's one of the other titles that's on sale. Hemispheres, $26.99. I would recommend grabbing one of those. All right, let me read what's left in this bin. I've got crates of new vintage stuff to go through, and then I have, of course, plenty of auctions. Also, we have some incredible, half-off bins that I'm going to get to after I go through all the new stuff. So half-off stuff after we go through all the new arrivals. We have Mott the Hoople, David Bowie. Let me show you what's left in here. If you want a price, let me know. I'm going to stop in just a second to put up new auctions. Mott the Hoople. We have David Bowie, Santana Amigos, Moby Grape Wow, The Who Joined Together box, John Cougar Scarecrow, the Doobie Brothers Stampede, Dolly Parton Great Balls of Fire, 4 Seasons Sing Big Hits, Frankie Valli Solo, Jan and Dean, Carole King Fantasy, Carole King Welcome Home, Greg Ken Next of Kin, Eddie Kendricks at His Best, Janis Joplin, can't believe no one got this, Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only a Piano Player, Jefferson Starship, and Moody Blues Octave. Chris Bijak wants a Rush, Hemispheres, 2 left that I'm willing to discount. That's sold to Chris Bijak for $26.99. Yellow Submarines at $50, Yellow Submarines at $52. Mott the Hoople was very nice copy in shrink wrap, $19.99. Let me grab a new auction. Mott the Hoople was $19.99. We've sold 1 live REM. Here's another one. This is REM live, recorded live at the University of Rochester, New York, April 13th, 1983. This is going to be a $55 start. REM Live, $55 start for REM Live. That is a $55 start. Vintage bootleg of REM Live, $55 start on that. Next is Jim Hickson wants a Rush. 1 left for the $26.99 price, and I think I've got 3 left in my bin that I'm going to hang on to for the full price. That one is sold to Jim Hickson. Greg Rogers says he'll take Mott the Hoople. Yellow Submarines at $55. That's what we're looking for a starting bid on the REM Live bootleg. $55 start on that. Player, where's Mark Fallon at? Great songs of Johnny Cash, Heart, Greatest Hits and Live, Brand X Product, John Lennon Walls and Bridges, Jefferson Airplane Bark, Sad Cafe, Chris Squire, also Stone Ground, Billy Preston, A Whole New Thing, Johnny Nash, My Merry-Go-Round, The Very Best of Poco. That's a white label promo for $17.99. The Very Best of Poco. Lynn's Farn, Back and Forth, Kingfish, Live and Kickin', The Temptations, 1990, The Doobie Brothers, Reuben and the Jets, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young So Far, Brand X Livestock, Second Movement, Eddie Harris and Les McCann, The Band, Moot Dong Mountain Day, Return to Forever, Tracy Ullman, The Beach Boys, and The Shirelles. So Joe's out on Yellow Submarine. David has that for $55, final call. Joe Maynard's in on REM for $55, final call. Terry Schneider first on Poco. That is sold to Terry Schneider. All right, let me grab a new crate of some vintage stuff. I'm going to set these right here behind me. If anybody changes their mind, decides you want anything, let me know. Uh-oh, is this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I didn't know he was going to mark these tonight. We have a whole, wow, this is pretty incredible actually. We have a whole crate of you know what. Let me see what's going on here. No, a whole crate of Christmas albums. A whole crate of Christmas albums. Do we dare go through these right quick? Let's see what's going on here. A whole crate of Christmas albums. I think I can go through them just because we have them marked and ready to go, but they're all vintage Christmas albums. So let's go ahead and sell Yellow Submarine for $55. We love Christmas albums. Around this time of year, we start bringing them out. It's one of our biggest sellers. So REM Live. REM Live. Let me go through them very quickly, okay? Christmas albums. I'm going to keep some entertaining auctions going. It's that time. Now, this is a pretty incredible set. I really don't want to sell it, but if anybody wants to bid on it, this is a Japanese complete Beatles anthology set. $375 start. This is the Beatles anthology. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. Japanese pressings mint with obi. Mint with obi. They're extremely nice. That is a $375 start. Beatles Anthology, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. Japanese pressings, $375 start. Final call on REM for $55. Next is Happy Holidays with Frank and Bean. Frank and Bean Crosby, $9.99. Christmas with Glenn Campbell, $9.99. Merry Christmas Music, Dean Martin and Jackie Gleason, $4.99. Christmas with Placido Domingo, that is sealed, $9.99. Pam Dickens wants Bing Crosby. We have Sergio Franchi, The Heart of Christmas, that is sealed, it's never been opened, $9.99. Silent Night, Eric Robinson's Christmas album, Silent Night, sealed and unopened, $9.99. Happy Holidays, Christopher Morris was second. Jackie is first to Dean Martin. Jackie Reynolds first to Dean Martin. Jeff McMaster on Placido Domingo. Kelly, you were next on Jackie and Dean. That's already sold. Oh Bambino, the Little Drummer Boy. The Harry Simone Coracle. That is sealed and never been opened, $14.99. Also, a Chipmunk Christmas with the booklet, $19.99 on a Chipmunk Christmas with the booklet. The Three Sons, a Ding Dong Dandy Christmas. The Three Sons is $4.99. Perry Como Sings, Christmas Music, $4.99. And we have Hallmark presents Cards of Christmas, featuring the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, Sarah Vaughn, and Samuel Ramey, $4.99. G.C. Colleton first on Chipmunks. Jeff McMaster second on CM. Or that might be for... no, that's Perry Como. So I think GC, Jeff, and Carlene all next on the Chipmunks Christmas. Is that right? And then we have Pam Dickens first on Perry Como. Okay, and then Jackie Reynolds was second. Jackie Reynolds on the Hallmark, and Romelu was second. Let's go ahead and sell REM. REM is sold to Joe Maynard for $55. That's sold to Joe Maynard for $55. The Beatles Anthology, all 3 volumes, Japanese pressings, looking for a $375 start on that. We also have Great Songs of Christmas, $4.99. And Ray Conniff's Christmas album, Here We Come Caroling, $4.99 for Ray Conniff's Christmas album. Now, let me go ahead and introduce that auction, that Boston album that I was showing earlier. This is going to be just a $1 start. Boston, self-titled debut album, OG pressing, very, very nice vinyl. Okay, this should be more like a $35, $45 start, and then up from there. John's got it marked. This is Boston's debut album. It's in shrink wrap. It has the hop sticker. Very cool. The original pressing of this has this hop sticker that tells the information. Boston's a 5-man band. It's kind of like their biography on here, and it has the hop sticker. So that's up for bid. That is now up for bid. Rich Shockley on the Ray Conniff Christmas album. That's sold to Rich Shockley. Boston's a $1 start. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir, the greatest hits of Christmas, $9.99. Also, Elvis Sings Christmas Songs, Elvis Christmas album, $9.99. Elvis Christmas album. That's actually a mono pressing. I'm going to show that one first because here in a minute I've got a couple more, but that is a mono pressing. By the way, the Beatles Anthology, looking for a $375 start on that. Boston is at 1, 3, 10, 5, 20, And the first Elvis Presley here is sold to Romelu. This is sold to Romelu. Now, I'm going to show the others in just a second. There's some that we have multiples of the same versions, but this one is sold to Romelu. G.C. Colleton was next. Jackie was third. Christopher fourth. Ian fifth. Mike sixth. Mark, you were sixth on that one. And we have Boston's now at $28. Next is Kenny Rogers' Christmas album, $9.99 for Kenny Rogers. Also, The Joyous Songs of Christmas. That's a Goodyear promotional record. That has artists such as Tony Bennett, Andy Williams, Jim Nabors, Ray Conniff, Barbara Streisand, etc. Romelu first on the Kenny Rogers. Boston's at $28.35. And G.C. Colleton, you were second on Kenny Rogers. Have yourself a Bing O Christmas, a Big O Christmas. I almost said Bing. I thought that was Bing Crosby. It says Big O Christmas. Have yourself a Big O Christmas. That's Wayne Odom, $4.99. Pat Boone's White Christmas. That is sealed and unopened. $9.99 for Pat Boone's White Christmas. That's sealed and unopened. And Christmas with Buck Owens and his Buckaroos. This is sealed and never been opened before with hop sticker. $24.99, an original album from the 60s, Christmas with Buck Owens and his Buckaroos, sealed, $24.99. That might be the more expensive one in the crate, sealed with hop sticker Buck Owens. That's an original, very cool. Next is Jeff McIntosh first on Buck Owens. Let's get an update on Boston. James Lugwood, Henry's Choice is actually the high bidder. Henry's Choice is at $35 on Boston. Shrink Wrap has the hop stickers, the original first press of that. And the Beatles is the Beatles Anthology set, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is the Beatles Japanese pressing of the anthology set. 1, 2, and 3, we're looking for a $375 start. $375 start on that. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second so I can take a drink of water. Okay, we have two favorite stories by Bing Crosby. A Christmas Story, the small one, Bing Crosby, and The Happy Prince, Bing Crosby and Orson Welles. $9.99 for that. Elvis Sings Christmas album. Now, this is a 1968 pressing. Let me go ahead and do this one next. This is the 1968. So we had the mono earlier. This is the 68 pressing in stereo, $14.99. Has the original inner sleeve, Elvis Christmas album, $14.99. Boston was at $30 and then $40. Christopher Morris wants Bing Crosby. And then G.C. Colleton wants Elvis Presley first on that one. So here in a minute, I try some of these Christmas albums we have like multiple copies of, and we try to put them together. Actually, I think that's what this other crate is. I think he's taken albums that we have multiple copies of and kind of grouped them together. So they're all similar condition, they're the same price, and we can show them and sell them all. So right now, those are kind of different pressings, and we're kind of showing them one at a time. This is the complete anthology. This is all 3 volumes. This is the entire thing. This is it, 1, 2, and 3. It's an amazing stuff. Of course, it's got there was so much music on here that was unreleased up until this time. They had stuff in the vaults, the very first recording, some of the very first recordings, all the studio outtakes, the studio sessions, all those are on this anthology set. That's a double LP or triple LP. I think they're 2 LPs and there's 3 volumes of them. Japanese pressings with the Obi. Boston's at $40 with Brett Hamilton. That's a final call. We have Merry Christmas or Christmas Hymns and Carols by Mario Lanza. That is sealed. It's never been opened. $4.99. Christmas with the Chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. That is sealed and never been opened. $19.99. And we have Christmas Country. That is $14.99. That's also sealed. Hank Williams Jr. is on here. Sonny Curtis, Johnny Lee, Tom Paul Glasser. That is sealed. $14.99. And Elvis Sings Christmas Songs, Elvis Christmas Album. This one is $9.99. This is actually a Camden mono. That's a Camden mono, $9.99. Okay, final call on Boston. Brett Hamilton has that for $40. That is $40. Brett, if you've bid $40, then that's your high bid. So if you've bid $40, that's your high bid because somebody else was at $35. So if you've bid, somebody else was at $35. Whatever you bid is the bid that we are taking. So if you've bid $40, that is your current bid. Somebody has to outbid you. Next on Elvis, let's see here. Looks like Greg D was first on this one. Greg D was first on this one. Then Mike Vandergast, then Terry, then Romelu. Carlene Rollins on Christmas on CM. That was for Chipmunks. That's sold to Carlene Rollins. And Chris Ferrara on the Mario Lanza. Now, we got another Elvis batch coming up. But let me go ahead and jump ahead of those so it's not too confusing, and let me show this one. The Beach Boys Christmas album, $14.99. The Beach Boys Christmas album. That's on the yellow capital label. That is the Beach Boys Christmas album. Before I end any of these auctions, let me go through them one more time. This is Boston's self-titled debut album. Boston self-titled. This is the first OG pressing of this album. It's on the original Orange Epic label. The vinyl is a true near mint minus. This is a true near mint minus. It's extremely nice. Boston self-titled. The cover is in shrink wrap. Hype sticker featuring both hits Long Time and More Than a Feeling. And then this is a really cool hype sticker. It's pretty much a biography or a review about Boston. This hype sticker came on some of the first pressings. That's their self-titled album. The high bid is Brett Hamilton for $40. I believe these are triple LPs. I didn't want to, they're so mint, I didn't even want to handle them too much. But I believe, yeah, these are triple LPs. These are Beatles Anthology, triple LP. They're mint with the obies, as you see here. Japanese pressings, volumes 1, 2, and 3. They're top copies. They're so nice, I hate to even handle them too much. I'm about to make that a buy now for $3.75, so if anybody wants them, it'll be a buy now. If you want to lock it in, then it will, you can bid now. Okay, so first, we have Romelu on the Beach Boys. Rob Schindel second, Chris Bijak third. Boston's at 42, Boston's at 45. Now, this Elvis album, I actually have 3 of, and they're all the same thing. $9.99. Elvis Christmas album, $9.99. So I've got 3 of these. So whoever's the first 3 on that one, Elvis Christmas album, $9.99. We also have Jingle Bell Rock, the rock and roll era. This is a Time Life box set sealed from 1987, $29.99. This is a Jingle Bell Rock, the rock and roll era. This is sealed 1987, $29.99. All right, back up to the top. Boston was at 42.45. Nathaniel was out. We have Boston at 55. Brett's back in on Boston at 55. And the first 3 to Elvis here was Mike Vandergins, Terry Schneider, and Darren Davis. So those are gone. And I promise you there's more. There's different versions. Elvis has, I'd say 9 different versions of a Christmas album. Some are different tracks. Some are the same tracks with different covers. Some are reissues. Some are the originals. It gets very complicated, but if you're looking for Elvis singing Christmas, there's a good chance you'll end up with one tonight. We have a bunch of different ones. So, Brett, those are very clean. Yes, these are very nice. And I'm sure we have others. Sometimes, even if you come to our sidewalk sales, we'll have Elvis in the dollar bin because those have been heavily played. These are all clean and nice. They're not beat up. Those Christmas albums, sometimes they're just usually trash where kids and just at parties, people just tossed them around in and out of jackets, played them over and over. These are actually really nice. The Jingle Bell Rock is sold to, let's see, where did we get here? I think Michael Nath on that one, right? Yeah, Michael Nath on that one. Chris Bijak second, Terry next. Boston's at 60. I think I've got another one of those. Here's what we're going to do. This one's sealed. That's sold to Michael Nath. Who was next? Chris Bijak. Chris, I've got another one that's opened for $19.99 if you want that. Chris, this one's opened for $19.99 if you want this one. If not, let me know. Terry's next, and then G.C. Colleton, and then Michael Nath. There's a dollar bin. There is if you come to our sidewalk sales. You got to come to Tennessee, though. We don't do that online. This is Phil Spector's Christmas album, $34.99. That's on the Apple label. Phil Spector's Christmas album, $34.99. We've had some people show up at the dollar sales and they leave with their vehicles full, like there's records hanging out of their windows. This is Boston, self-titled debut album. The high bid on that is $65 with Brett Hamilton. I'm going to make the Beatles a buy it now for $375. This is the Anthology series, $375 buy it now. This is all 3 volumes, 9 LPs total, Japanese, mint, and pristine, $375 if anybody wants in on those. I'm going to put them right over here. If anybody has any questions or anything else on that, let me know. I know it's a big purchase, so if you want to make sure all of your dots and T's are crossed and dotted. Okay, next auction. This is a pretty more desirable album here in the Christmas department. This is going to be a $20 start. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer featuring the voice of Burl Ives, a vintage copy of it. Sometimes these come in print where we can get them new. Sometimes they don't. A couple years ago, they weren't in print. We couldn't get any. This past year, I think we could, but this is a vintage copy. The Videocraft TV Musical Spectacular. This is a $20 start. original soundtrack and music from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer featuring the voice of Burl Ives. That is a $20 start. Boston's at 66 for Phil Toretto. That's going once, going twice. Bing Crosby's Greatest Hits, which includes White Christmas. $9.99 for Bing Crosby. That's a very popular one. And here's another Beach Boys Christmas album. If you missed out on the last one, $14.99. Another clean copy, the Beach Boys Christmas album. So Bing Crosby's White Christmas, the Beach Boys Christmas album, and the Temptations, Give Love at Christmas. This is sealed. It is a cutout. It does have a saw mark, but that's the Temptations Christmas album. It's never been opened. By the way, we have Boston at 66. Burl Ives is at 20. Pamela Yeager first on BC. That was Bing Crosby for Pamela Yeager. Boston's at 75. Chris Bijak first on the Beach Boys. Pamela Yeager was second on that one. Christopher, you were second on Bing Crosby. Pamela third on the Beach Boys. Roger Ramjet, Rudolph is a $20 start. We already have one person in at 20, and Romelu wants the Temptations. We have a $25 bid on Rudolph. We have Elvis, Memories of Christmas. Here's the next Elvis album, Memories of Christmas, $14.99. And the Oak Ridge Boys Christmas. There's a different Elvis, Memories of Christmas. Here's an Oak Ridge Boys, $9.99. And here's another Temptations. This one's opened, $5 less, $14.99 on this one. Give Love at Christmas. It's still in shrink wrap, near mint, $14.99. We got two people on Rudolph, 25 and 25. Boston, let's get everybody updated on this. This is Boston, their self-titled debut album, the OG press, with all the really cool hype stickers. If you're done bidding, let me know. Phil Toretto was at 66, and then Brett Hamilton. Brett Hamilton's at 75. Brett Hamilton's at 75. So I just showed Elvis, Oak Ridge Boys, and the Temptations. Next is Christmas with the Chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, $14.99 on that one. Burl Ives, Rudolph is at 27 and 27. And we have Elvis Christmas album. Do we have more than one of these? I've only got one of these, so I'm going to show this one next. No one claimed the other one. This is Elvis Christmas album, $9.99. Pamela wants the Chipmunks. Phil says he's out on Boston. So that's a final call to Brett Hamilton then. Brett has that for 75. Romelu's going to get this Elvis album. G.C. Colleton was next. Now, the last three are Elvis, so I'll show those in just a second so there's not any confusion. Just so everybody knows, Christopher Morris was in first on the Rudolph. That's at 27. Jeff is now in at 28. Let me recap what's left in this bin. These are all Christmas albums. Sorry we're bringing these out so early, but that's literally what John priced for us tonight. I think there's Tanner, those are laid over a weird way. I may have you figure out what's in there for me. You see how he has those stacked? I guess that's all Christmas. If not, then it might be something else we can show. Tanner's going to take a look at it. Fantastic. Christmas with Glenn Campbell. Looks like there's enough in there for 2 crates full. $9.99. Christmas with Glenn Campbell. Sergio Franchi, The Heart of Christmas. That was sealed $9.99. So here's what's left in here. Glenn Campbell, $9.99. Sergio Franchi was $9.99. Silent Nine, Eric Robertson's Christmas album. That is sealed $9.99. This is the Harry Simon Coracle, The Little Drummer Boy. That's also sealed $14.99. And The Three Sons, A Ding Dong Dandy Christmas. $4.99. So update on Boston. We had somebody out. The last and high bidder was Brett Hamilton. That's about to be sold for $75. The Rudolph is at 28, 28, 30, and 30. So still multiple people bidding on that. The Great Songs of Christmas, Andy Williams, Robert Goulet, Carol Lawrence, Ray Conniff, $4.99. The Great Songs of Christmas. Also, the Mormon Tabernacle, The Greatest Hits of Christmas. That's $9.99. The Joyous Songs of Christmas, $4.99. Have yourself a Big O Christmas. That's $4.99. Let me show the other Elvis Christmas album. This one's very popular. Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. $9.99. $9.99. Jeff's the high bidder on Rudolph at 31. Romelu wants Great. That was Great Songs of Christmas. That's sold to Romelu. Jackie was second, but Jackie does want the Joyous Songs of Christmas. Jackie does want Joyous Songs of Christmas. The next two Elvis are sold to Mike Vandergits and G.C. Colleton. Those are sold and sold. Let's go ahead and sell Brett the Boston. Very nice copy of that. That is sold for $75 to Brett Hamilton. Let me get another auction going. Still got multiple bidders on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We're going from Christmas to Roger Waters. Stuff like that happens on here every night. Roger Waters, Radio KOAS. KAOS, known as Radio Chaos. Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. This has the original inner sleeve with it. This is an OG press of Roger Waters' Radio Chaos. Late last night, or late 2 nights ago, we brought out a copy of The Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. This is going to be a $35 start. This is Roger Waters' Radio Chaos. $35 start on that. Just so everybody knows, Jeff McMaster is the high bidder on Rudolph. Rich Shockley, you're out. Christopher Morris, you're out. Pat Boone, White Christmas, that's sealed. Never been opened, $9.99. Christmas Country, that was sealed, $14.99. That's a country Christmas album, $14.99. Phil Spector's Christmas album, $34.99. Can't believe no one bought this. On the Apple label, the Crystals, the Ronettes. This is $34.99. Phil Spector's Christmas album. Elvis, the only one left, Memories of Christmas, $14.99. Elvis, Memories of Christmas. The Oak Ridge Boys is still available, $9.99. The Temptations is $14.99. And there's one other Elvis album that has not been shown, Elvis Christmas album, a 1985 mono on green vinyl, $34.99. That is a reissue of his very first one. That's what exactly how his very first one looks like. Green vinyl, $34.99. Larry Smith said he'll take the Pat Boone. So to Larry Smith. Final call on Rudolph. No one said out, and no one has bid on Roger Waters. Current bid on Rudolph, Pamela just asked, is $31 with Jeff McMaster. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Burl Ives, that's from the famous Videocraft TV show. That is at $31. And then Roger Waters is an OG pressing of Radio Chaos. Looking for a $35 starting bid on that. Romelu wants the Elvis on green vinyl, $34.99. That's so to Romelu. Chris Bijak was second. All right. Roger Waters. The cover is a VG Plus. It has a little bit of ring wear there and there. There's the back cover. So overall, a VG Plus cover. The has the original inner sleeve. It's nice. And the vinyl is EX Plus to Near Mint Minus. That is a $35 start, Radio Chaos. Two new bidders on Burl Ives, $33 and $33. All right, let me see what else I have over here. Let me put those away. Wiped out one bin of Christmas album. I don't know if we're ready for a whole another one right now. There's even more in here. We may save those for another night. Boy, it looks like he's got a bunch price. I don't want to overwhelm too many people on that. Let me do another Metallica album on sale. This is one of the few titles I have not discounted in this run that we've been doing of on sale Metallica records. I'll do this for approximately, we'll call it $32.99. These are originally $39.99, and this is Metallica and Justice for All. We sold an OG copy last night, an original press, I think, for $300 and something, $360. This is the new 180 gram remaster 2LP. If anybody wants in on that, it is a $32.99. That's Metallica and Justice for All, $32.99. If anybody wants in on that. I do have other Metallica records we didn't get to last night. Now, when we first came on, somebody wanted this Slayer picture disc for $75, South of Heaven. If anybody wants this, or whoever wanted this, let me know. This is Slayer, South of Heaven. It was a $75 buy now. I don't know if we made a note on it. It's like as soon as we went live, somebody hopped on and said they'll take it. I can't remember who, though. If you're still watching, let me know. That was something we showed late last night. They didn't get a bid, but now they want it. Craig Ruth wants a Metallica. Tanner, $32.99 on Injustice for All. Randall Garwal, he's still watching. Randall takes the Slayer, South of Heaven picture disc. That was a $75 buy now. By the way, Rudolph is at $33, $33, $35, $35. Actually, Pamela's at $35 on Rudolph, and Brian C. did bid $35 on Roger Waters. So Pamela is the high bidder on Rudolph, and Brian C. is the high bidder on that. So if anybody else wants a Metallica, that's another one deep in the catalog. Not deep in the catalog, but one of the ones that we didn't get to tonight. Now, I promised I would do this on sale as well. I've got a bunch of them. They're $29.99, and let me pull out 5. Let's see if we can sell 5. I like to sell out of them, but I hadn't discounted this artist. Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. Greta Van Fleet. This is now $29.99. Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. That is $29.99. $29.99. Edward Star Wars says he will take the anthology set. That kind of breaks my heart. The anthology set sold to Edward Star Wars for $375. That is all 3 of those. $375 buy it now. Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. Those are normally $36.99. They're now $29.99 on sale. Somebody's asked for the, let me see if I can find it. Someone's asked for the, also I wonder what happened to that random, I had a bin of stuff I had already shown. I wonder what they did of that. I've got to send out instructions in the mornings. Do not touch any crates up front ever, because I have stuff sorted, and then I show up and it's all like gone. I don't know what's happened to that. So, all right. Let me see. Cradle of Filth. Let me figure out what we have in Cradle of Filth, and then I'll get back over here exactly what we're doing. I think, Thrasher, you were offering $80 for this one right here. Cradle of Filth. This is the Principle of Evil Made Flesh. And I had it marked for $99.99. Is that the one you were interested in? Let me know. First, we had Rudolph at $35. Craig Ruth got a Metallica for $32.99. Roger Waters at $35. We sold Slayer for $75. Waters is at $36. Another Waters for $35. So Waters is at $36. Burl Ives has a bid of $40. Another $36 bid on Roger Waters. Edward Star Wars got the Beatles for $375. Kelly Cook wants a Greta Van Fleet for $29.99. James Ludwig wants a Greta Van Fleet for $29.99. Roger Waters is at $38. I think Roger Waters is at $38. Brian C. I think that's the high bid. Henry Pardides on Greta Van Fleet for $29.99. And that means Roger Waters. Randy just bid $37. The high bid is $38. So there's 2 Greta Van Fleets left, and I have more if anybody wants an Anthem of the Peaceful Army for $29.99. Rogers is at $40. So that means we need to update on Burl Ives. Burl Ives is at $40 with Christopher Morris. That's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's at $40. Thrasher, I will sell you Cradle of Filth for $85. That is the Principle of Evil Made Flesh. If you want that for $85, it's yours. That's yours for $85 if you want it. Okay, now I've got a lot of stuff on my table. I've got to grab another bin. I think I had a bin over here to show half off. Yeah, let's go through this bin. I got some stuff to do half off right here. Let me set this over here on the table. They're going to do some discounted stuff here. Some of these are pretty recent. Some of them are from a couple months ago. But first, we got a $40 bid right now on Roger Waters. Somebody's bid just came in at $38. But just so everybody knows, Randy Anderson, he's at $40 on the Roger Waters. That's at $40. $40 on that. Let's sell Thrasher, the Cradle of Filth. This is sold to Thrasher for $85. And now Burl Ives, I've seen an out. Burl Ives is a final call. That's at $40 with Christopher Morris. I actually have a couple more Christmas albums over here that are very desirable titles that I have set aside to auction, including OG copies of Gene Autry's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Bing Crosby White Christmas album, which people are always looking for, especially the Decca pressings, of that. That is for that. No, what is this for? That was for the Boston.
Oh, okay.
That was for the Boston. All right, let me kind of clear off my table a little bit. Edward, those anthology albums are awesome to listen to. I like Volume 1. It has the first Beatles recording, In Spite of All the Danger, that they recorded literally in a living room with a mic suspended from the ceiling. So very cool. That's on there. Paul McCartney evidently owns the acetate for that now, which is worth probably $1 million. He lost it for a while. Somebody else owned it, and he finally got it back. Let me set some stuff off to the side here. Let me remind everybody about all the discounted stuff and maybe auctions that are available for tonight before we start going into the half-off vintage. Because when we do that, when we start doing half-off vintage, it's probably going to get a little crazy. By the way, Roger Waters is at $42 and Final Call on Rudolph. So one of the first Rush titles we still have stock of is Fly By Night. The on-sale price is $29.99. That is Rush Fly By Night. And then I just showed Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, also $29.99. Brian C. wants Rush. If anybody else wants one, I have more copies of Fly By Night. Roger Waters is now at $45. Greta Van Fleet's $29.99. I've got 2 other Greta Van Fleet titles I'll show in just a second. And I have only one copy of Hemispheres left. If you want this one, comment Hemispheres or Hemi, so I know what you're talking about. $26.99, and that's Rush Hemispheres. So there's a few, not much left, low stocks on a lot of those, especially Hemispheres and Fly By Night. Roger Waters now at $46, and we have POB price. What was POB? And I'll let you know. A couple stuff that did not get bids, I can't believe it, but we have Plastic Ono Band, $35 buy it now, Japanese pressing, and really surprising on this, a vintage Lou Reed bootleg, Walking on LA's Wild Side. Of course, as y'all know, Lou Reed famous for the song Walk on the Wild Side, Lou Reed of the Velvet Underground. That is a $35 buy it now. The John Lennon's a $35 buy it now. That's a couple no bid auctions. Let me put those over here in this crate next to me. And then some more on sale stuff. First, we had Dirt. Alice in Chains Dirt, that was $29.99. We sold a lot of those last night. $29.99. And Facelift is $26.99. First time ever, those have really been on sale. Those are both Alice in Chains 2LP remasters, $29 and $26.99 on AIC, Dirt, and Facelift. Those are still available. Also, Cherry Pie, one of the many Warrant albums we have on sale. These are originally $44.99. Cherry Pie is $29.99. Cherry Pie is $29.99. Getting those off to the side. We sold out of both Metallica titles I've shown tonight, except for Injustice for All and Garage Inc. And we have the Beatles Real Music. The Beatles Real Music, that was another buy it now for $35. The Beatles Real Music. That's one of the few Japanese records that have not sold tonight. Blah, blah. Okay. Back up to the top. We had Brian C. got a Rush Fly By Night. We've tagged that. Roger Waters was at $45.46. Henry asked Plastic Ono Band's price, and then David offered $30, and then Henry offered $30. I guess by default, we'll go ahead and sell that to Henry's Choice for $30. I haven't really discounted anything tonight new, but I'll go ahead and sell that. It looks like $30 is the magic number. 2 offers. That's Henry's Choice. David Johnson used a close second. By the way, Roger Waters has a bid for $50. Next is Roger Waters at $51. Jim Stafford wants a Facelift. Tanner, that was $26.99. That was Alice in Chains Facelift. That's sold to Jim Stafford. Joe Willinger wants a Fly By Night, and he also wants a Facelift. And I do have more of them. Here's a Facelift. We'll go ahead and tag that for Joe Willinger, and we'll have to get some more Rush Fly By Nights. But Joe, I've got them for you. Roger Waters is at $55. But let's go ahead and sell this. I've done a final call a long time ago, and that was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And that is sold to Christopher Morris for $40. Christopher Morris gets that for $40. I'm going to set a crate over here so we have a better platform, Tanner. Right here, I'm going to put a crate there. And Jake Clegg wants a Dirt. And these Alice in Chains albums, like I said, these sales are probably going to what I call expire. I am going to make a post for Dirt, Facelift, Cherry Pie. So you'll be seeing that on our main Collectco page, our group, Whole Lot of Records. I will be posting that. I probably will even tag everybody. There'll be some people upset about that. They hate the add everyone tag, or at least some people do. But I'm usually say, well, I usually only use it for important announcements. So Jake Clegg wants Dirt, and we'll get some more copies of Fly By Night. That was for Joe Willinger. Jake gets a Dirt for $29.99. Okay, so Roger Waters is now at $55. We got kind of a heated battle going on for that. I've got another Christmas album over here that people's always asking for, and that's Merry Christmas, Bing Crosby. And this is on the original Decca label. This is actually really cool. This is from the Pittsburgh collection, too. This is Merry Christmas, Bing Crosby. And this is the original Decca. Not even the color bars. This is the black Decca label. Merry Christmas, Bing Crosby. It's an older copy for sure. No condition notes on it. $15 start. And this should be, wow, this is really cool. The OG Bing Crosby. Well, let me rephrase that. It's definitely an older copy. That's got to be like early 60s. I'm not going to say it's a first press, but I don't see too many of the black Decca label. Usually it's the color bars, and then MCA reissued it. MCA reissued it on the black rainbow, the sky rainbow. This is the black Decca label, one of the earlier pressings of that, Bing Crosby. That's up for bid with Christopher Morris. Very desirable Christmas album. We do have Warrant Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Those are $34.99. Let me go ahead and show those. I'm starting a bin over here of... Did we have many more Fly By Nights? That's probably getting pretty low stock, isn't it? Let me show one more time the other 2 Warrant albums. I'm going to put them over here in this crate. The first one is Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, $34.99. And Dog Eat Dog is $29.99. $29.99. Randy Anderson is the high bidder on Roger Waters. Thomas Hujar, you're out. Randy, it looks like that's going to you unless somebody else bids. $55 final call. So only one Japanese pressing with a no bid, and only one auction with a no bid, and that was Lou Reed. We do have more Cherry Pies by Warrant, and Joe Willinger wants one of those as well. $29.99, and that was the same price for Dirt. Okay, I haven't really gone through this bin. This is one of those like Friday night type deals. All the Warrants are on colored vinyl, yes. So those have been pressed twice, actually 3 times. 2 times they were on limited edition colored vinyl. They're numbered, and they're on colored vinyl. We have all colored vinyl. We have all colored vinyl on those. The Bing is an OG 55. Thank you, Michael Manning. So yeah, this is 1955. So it actually goes back to the 50s on this one with this label. That's very cool. Usually it's the Decca Color Bars label, 55. Thank you, Mr. Manning. That's nice jacket too. No seam splits, and that's That's what I would expect from the not the Pittsburgh, the Wisconsin collection. Excuse me, going back a couple more months, going back several months actually, the Wisconsin collection. And actually, the guy's son-in-law who we bought this collection from, I've been in contact with him lately. As y'all remember, we went up there and bought over 10,000 albums in Wisconsin a few months ago. That was only part of his father-in-law's collection. He's been sending me pictures of the rooms and the stacks and the tubs of other albums he has that we hadn't bought yet. So if y'all remember the famous Wisconsin collection, there's more of that to come. I doubt we get up there this year. It's going to take him some time to go through them. He likes looking them up and researching them. So, but yeah, that Decca label. I was about to say, I saw this black Decca label, and I was like, that's definitely an older copy. No condition notes on it. I mean, it's an older copy from the 50s, so it kind of just always looks hazy. That's how vinyl looked back then. It's different material almost, but very cool. Yeah, this is amazing. This jacket is that old, and it's in this kind of condition, and yet these new pressings, as soon as you get them, the seams are already busting in them. So, awesome stuff there. Okay, so the warrants are colored vinyl, yes. Going back from that, Bing Crosby, 2026, 2025. Okay, and let's go ahead and sell Roger Waters. Well, I can't get started on the half off bin. We keep selling auctions, and I keep talking about them. That's sold to Randy Anderson for $55, our Pink Floyd collector in Canada. Thank you, Randy Anderson. And let me put up another vintage bootleg. And this is from the Pittsburgh collection. Sorry, sometimes I can't get these correct. We go and buy these records, and especially now that Paul is out traveling for us. I used to go out and do all of it, and now that we have Paul working here, he's been the one getting on the plane and going to look, and also out driving with Tyler to buy these collections, and I just kind of see whatever they bring in. This is a Traffic live recording. Yes, Traffic as in Steve Winwood. This is an unofficial 1974, recorded live at Boston Music Hall, October 14th, 1971. And this is a trademark of quality. Traffic is a trademark of quality. That is a $35 start. $35 start. That's a 1974 unofficial live Traffic. That is Boston at Music Hall, October 14th, 1971. Okay, so the prices I'm going to tell you on this crate is the half off price. So if it's a check condition, I'll let you know. So I may say the title. If I don't say the grade, it's EX plus Nimrit minus. If I say the grade, that's the condition it's in. By the way, Bing Crosby has a high bid of $40 with Christopher Morris. First is Stephen Stills, Manassas down the road. That's VG plus $7.50. So Stephen Stills, the price I'm telling you is the price, $7.50 for Manassas. Bud Shank, this is a VG copy for $7.50. This is an older record too. That's from the 50s. 1956, it has this gigantic, for demonstration only, not for sale, rubber stamp on them. Also, Bob Brookbriar strings and trombones. VG copy of that, $7.50. Hank Ballard's Biggest Hits. Hank Ballard is a VG copy for $10. That's 1963. Hank Ballard's Biggest Hits, VG copy, $10 on Hank Ballard. Edgar Winter, Jasmine Night Dreams. Edgar Winter's a VG copy for $5. That's Edgar Winter. And Jackson Browne for Everyman, VG plus condition, $5. That has his hit song These Days on it. We actually have one of these autographed by Jackson Browne and David Lindley. David Lindley plays on this album. We have one in the back I found last night. It's autographed by Browne and Lindley. Looking forward to getting that authenticated and having it for auction. Jetstream first on Edgar Winter. Update on our auctions. If anybody wants in on Traffic, it's a $35 start. Vintage Traffic. They're doing Freedom Rider, John Barleycorn, Low Spark of a High-Heeled Boy, some of the hits on that. $35 start for that. Jetstream got Edgar Winter. Leslie Holt wants Jackson Browne. By the way, new bid on Bing Crosby. Michael Nath has that for $42. That is a 1955 original pressing of Bing Crosby. Merry Christmas. Decca Records. Chris Bejack's back in at $43. Something New by the Beatles. That's a VG copy, $10. That's a 64 Terre Haute pressing. Pressed in 1964 in Terre Haute, Indiana. That's a VG copy for $10. Bing Crosby's now at $45 with Michael Nath. And John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow, shrink wrap and hype sticker, VG condition, $6.50. It also has the original inner sleeve. That is John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow, VG condition. The vinyl's VG. It does have the original printed inner sleeve. It's in shrink wrap with the hype sticker. G.C. Colleton first on the Beatles. That's so to G.C. Colleton. G. Michael Toynton first on John Cougar. Jeff McMaster second. Sarah Long third. All right, we still got multiple people on the Jackson or on the Merry Christmas Bing Crosby album. A new bid on that just came in at 46. And let me remind everybody of this Rush album. Let me lean across the table. And this is another Rush album that we have the most copies of right now that's on sale. I thought we sold a lot last night, and then I found another crate full of them. Rush Power Windows. Now this is really good. I think these are pressed at QRP because they're in the resellable baggies. This is $26.99. This is Rush Power Windows. This will blow your socks off. $26.99. It's a remastered 180 gram pressing. When the big money starts up, I've said it 100 times, you're like, wow. It's a great record, like the sample equipment on, even if you're not a, you know, if I'm going to like say, try to sell a stereo to somebody, I'm going to like, let's put on this copy of Rush Power Windows. But I think everybody who may have want one got one last night, but if you wasn't watching last night and you didn't catch that deal, they're $26.99. That's new and sealed 180 gram remaster of Power Windows. I probably still have about 100 copies left. Traffic is a $35 buy it now. That's a no bid if anybody wants that. Traffic is a $35 buy it now. That's a live 1974 unofficial live recording of Traffic. And that was live in Boston Music Hall, October 14th, 1971. So that's available. Tony Shore wants a Rush Power Windows, vintage bootleg, and that is a trademark of quality. TMOQ, trademark of quality. So $35 start. And that's what John had it priced for. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I'm just going to start that at $35. And Tony Shore gets a Power Windows. Michael Nass out on Bing Crosby. Chris Jack has that for $46. That's now a final call. Christopher Brush is going to take the Traffic for a $35 buy it now. Some of these are tough to get. You can't sell them on Discogs. You can't sell them on eBay since they're unauthorized or bootleg or unofficial recordings. So some people really want these, and this is one of the few places you can get them. Okay, check this out. For an $85 start, this is the Beatles 62 to 66 compilation on red vinyl. These are also really high-quality recordings. This is the Beatles EMI Odeon red vinyl, $85 start on that, and it is near mint and pristine. The very nice red vinyl, $85 start. There's LP number 1. There's LP number 2. This comes with the original Japanese insert, and it has 2 original inner sleeves with the printed lyrics. This is the Beatles 62 to 66. It includes the printed lyrics insert, has the Japanese insert, and this is a Gatefold 2LP Japanese pressing. Does have the Obi, $65 start on that. By the way, Bing Crosby's at 46 with Chris Jack, and Michael Nath was out, so Chris has that for 46. Final call. Argent all together now. This is a VG copy for $5. Has their hit song Hold Your Head Up. VG copy for $5 on Argent, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3, EX condition, $8.50 on Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3. Top loader, EX condition, $8.50. And we have John Lennon Double Fantasy, VG condition, VG Plus condition, original sleeve, $8.50. This has the couple hit songs, Beautiful Boy on it, Watching the Wheels, Woman's on here. That's $8.50. Tony, I see your $65 bid on the Beatles. I hope I didn't say that. I'm pretty sure I said $85 start. But if I did say $65, I'll go ahead and take it. I don't think I did, though. But we'll find out. Jackie Reynolds wants Argent. That's so to Jackie. And by the way, these are half-off stickers. So VG, that was $5 to Jackie. Jetstream wants Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And GC gets the John Lennon. Let's go ahead and sell the Bing Crosby. Chris Jack gets that for $46. I'm pretty positive I said $85 start on the Beatles. But if I didn't, I guess I'll have to go ahead and eat my own words and take a $65 bid. But pretty sure I said $85. Next is Weird Al Yankovic. We don't get a lot of his stuff in. Usually when we do, we auction. I said both. Okay, well, we'll start it at $65 then. My fault on the error. Weird Al Yankovic in 3D. This is an OG copy. His stuff's really not in print. They really don't reissue or reprint his stuff. Weird Al Yankovic, this is a $25 start. That has a very nice jacket with it. This is a paste over barcode, $25 start. That's Weird Al in 3D, $25 start on that. So we will take the bid of $65 for the Beatles. Tony Shore's in at $65. I'll just cross my fingers and hope somebody else bids again. For Tony's sake, he probably hopes not. $65 start on that. Going once, going twice. Nazareth's Greatest Hits, VG Plus condition, $7.50. That's Nazareth's Greatest Hits. And Kim Carnes, Barking at Airplanes. Kim Carnes is $5. No condition notes on that. Has the original sleeve. That's Kim Carnes, $5. $5, Barking at Airplanes. Also, Bruce Springsteen, The River, VG copy of this for $10. That's Bruce Springsteen, The River. It's a 2 LP, has the original inner sleeves and the insert with it. That's a VG copy for $10. Weird Al, we had a bid of $25 with Jeff Brindley. Jason Kane first on the Nazareth album. That's sold to Jason Kane. Jackie Reynolds second. Jason Conklin third. Barry Seagrave fourth. Michael Nath is the new bidder on the Beatles at $75. And Leslie Holt wants Kim Carnes. That's sold to Leslie Holt. We also have the Beatles Help. Now just $12.50. VG Plus condition. $12.50 on the Beatles Help. That should get grabbed. And also back-to-back Beatles. The Beatles 65, VG Plus, $13.50. Tony Shore's backing on the Beatles at $80. Tony Shore's backing on the Beatles at $80. I do have another Greta Van Fleet title on sale. This is going to be actually their newest album. I'm going to discount it for the on-sale price of $28.99. Whoa, what did I just do? $28.99, and I have several of them. This is Greta Van Fleet Starcatcher. So if you didn't originally get on this, they're $28.99. Now the hop sticker doesn't say it, but this is on clear vinyl. This is Greta Van Fleet Starcatcher, $28.99, the new album from the Grammy award-winning rock band Greta Van Fleet. That is $28.99. If you didn't have one of those already, that's what I have in stock of them. They're $28.99 on those. Back up to the top, Tony Shore was at $80 on the Beatles. By the way, no one else has bid on Weird Al, and the high bid on Weird Al was $25 to Jeff Brindley. That is a final call. That is a final call. Debbie's also bid $25, but we already had a $25 bid in. Tony was at $80 on the Beatles. Leslie Holt first on Help. That sold to Leslie Holt. Next was Michael Nath on the Beatles at $82. Stephen A. Young wants the Beatles 65. Stephen, I was told that you was in the store the other day. You were in and visiting from out of town, so sorry I missed you. I'm never here during store hours. I am nocturnal, so I'm only here at night. I only come out at night. Greta Van Fleet, that is sold to Kelly Cook. Romelu wants a Greta Van Fleet. John Stevens is going to get a Greta Van Fleet. This is $28.99. I only come out at night. I'm pretty sure that's an album or a song. Who is that? They only come out at night, or I only come out at night? Somebody. James Lugwood wants a Greta Van Fleet. By the way, Weird Al was at $30. Weird Al was at $28. Another $30 bid, a $26 bid. So the high bid is $30, and Debbie was in first, and now it's at $33. The Beatles 62 to 66. This is on red vinyl, and Michael Nath is the high bidder at $82. Tony Shore, you are outbid. You was at $80. Michael Nath was at $82. This is, they only come out at night. Edgar Winter, that's right. Someone said freaks come out at night. Well, I guess that would apply a little bit to me as well. Beatles 65 was Leslie Holt, I'm pretty sure. Okay. No, Stephen A. Young got Beatles 65. Beatles Help was Leslie Holt. Yeah. Okay. Details on Weird Al. This is Weird Al Yankovic in 3D. This is an original pressing of this. Let me show you the label. Near Mint minus, EX Plus, Near Mint minus, a.k.a. No Condition Notes. That's on the Rock and Roll Records label. Weird Al, that was a subsidiary of CBS Records he was on. Weird Al Yankovic in 3D. His stuff's not really in print. It's always getting asked about. People's like, you have any Weird Al? And I'm like, well, if we do, we usually put it up for auction. His catalog's not in print. It needs to be, but that's available for a buy it now. Now, we had Weird Al at $35. $35, we had an $85 bid on the Beatles. Weird Al's at $38, $40, and $42. So Greta Van Fleet, we still have those for $28.99. Michael Nath's out on the Beatles. We're at $85 with Tony Shore. That's a final call. So back to this bin. I'm going to let you know the half-off price. First is Little Sonny, new king of the blues harmonica. VG Plus condition, $15. This is a 69 white label promo. 69 white label promo. That's the Beatles' Little Sonny, VG Plus condition. Naz 2, this is featuring Todd Rundgren. This is on the SGC label. VG Plus $24.99 originally, now $12.50. Naz 2, VG Plus $12.50. Weird Al's at $42. Michael Nath first on Sonny. Debbie's out on Weird Al. And we have Hank. This is Leon Russell, VG condition $5. I don't think they're all check condition. No, just this back part. About halfway through the crate, it changes over to EX Plus Near Mint minus. So all of them are whatever grade I'm saying. It looks like the first batch here are all check condition. Michael Nath got Sonny. Weird Al's now at 43. Since Michael Nath's out on the Beatles, we're now at 85 with Tony Shore. That is the red vinyl. That is on red vinyl. If you're just hopping on, let me show that to you again. That is on red vinyl. That is on red vinyl, 62 to 66. And that is a final call for $85. Weird Al's at 43 with Sam Squatch 67. Preston Rose wants Hank. Weird Al's now at 45. The Kinks, Kink Size. That's a VG copy for $12.50. The Kinks, Kink Size. That is an original tricolor steamboat label in mono. In mono there on the Kinks. VG condition, now just $12.50. The Kink Controversy, also by the Kinks. That's a VG copy for $12.50. That's in stereo, also on the original label in stereo. That was a VG copy for $12.50. And we have Frigid Pink. Somebody asked about this earlier. This isn't the copy that we had the other night. This was the copy we had 3 months ago that didn't sell. Frigid Pink, VG condition, $12.50. Weird Al's at 43, 45. Thomas Hujar, you were first to the Kinks. Chris second, Mike Bolton third, Nicholas fourth. So Thomas, you get dibs on either Kinks album. You can have the Kinks Kink Size, or you can have the Kink Controversy. Your pick on that. Sam Squatch is back in at 86 on Weird Al. And Frigid Pink, we'll go ahead and tag that one first. Michael Nath first to Frigid Pink. Jackie was second, Jeff McMaster third. Let's go ahead and sell Tony Shore, the Beatles, for $85. That's sold to Tony Shore for $85. And he wants Kinks Kink Size. That's sold to Thomas Hujar. That means one thing. Whoever's next on the Kinks album, Chris B. Jack, Mike Bolton, Nicholas actually put Kink Size. So Chris B. Jack and Mike Bolton, I'm assuming you were after that first one, but if you didn't want this one, it's still available. Or if anybody else wants it, go ahead and comment that. Weird Al's at 46 and now at 49. Chris B. Jack says he'll take Controversy and he was next. So that's sold to Chris B. Jack. Weird Al's now at $49. Our next auction is going to be another Christmas album, I believe. I believe this is another one of the older copies of, actually, there's another one over here. Let me figure out. I'll wait on that one because I have multiples. Let's do a Metallica record. I've got Metallica records we didn't get to last night. We have one of the copies of Kill 'Em All. That was the 2LP Mobile Fidelity half-speed mastering. This is, so Mobile Fidelity remastered the Metallica catalog. They did them as half-speed 1LP masters. They did them as 2LP masters, and there's also some 4LP mastering. We sold the 4LP and Justice for All mastering last night. This is Metallica, Kill 'Em All, their debut album. It's extremely nice, and it's well taken care of. As you can see, they left the Obi on it, and it slides on and off. Some people I've seen ripped it off and actually disposed of them. This is still on here, Metallica's first album. It's mastered by Mobile Fidelity at 45 RPM. And this is going to be a $75 start. That's Metallica, Kill 'Em All. It also, they kept the original baggie, which has the catalog information, 180 gram audiophile vinyl, half-speed mastered at Mobile Fidelity, 45 RPM from the original master tapes. And that is a 45 RPM. That is Metallica, Kill 'Em All, and that's a $75 start. I'm actually just going to leave it out so I can keep showing it. Still has the Obi strip, $75 start on that. Jump in the Fire, Seek and Destroy, all on that album. By the way, Thomas is at 52 on Weird Al. Sam Squatch is out. Back to some of the half-off titles. We have Star Trek. Wow. VG condition, now just $10. 3 exciting new complete stories. Star Trek on the Power label is VG, $10. That's a buy it now. The Renaissance, The Association. This is a VG plus $5 for Renaissance. That's by The Association. VG condition, $5 on that. And we have Slow Train Coming by Bob Dylan. VG copy, $7.50. Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming. VG, $7.50. G. Michael first on Star Trek. James Fairfax second. Kelly Cook third on Star Trek. Weird Al, I think I've already done a final call, so let me go ahead and sell that to Thomas Bowman for $52. And Metallica, if anybody wants it, is a $75 buy now. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second while I take a drink of water. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I actually had a friend who stopped by. He was in the store shopping, old high school buddy, and I was actually chit-chatting with him, so he just left. Sorry for the delay there. Okay, Metallica's at 75 with Sam Squatch 67. And let me go back through, or let me continue with the bin in just a second. Next is a Thin Lizzy album. This is Live and Dangerous. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. This is a 2 LP, $35 start. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. Now, this album was in print for a while from Friday Music, but it was like, I only ordered a couple. We had them a few months ago, actually earlier this year, longer than I think. They were new, like $74.99. They were not cheap, and it's because it's Friday Music. Their stuff's always a little bit pricier, but they did a really good job, and they was on orange vinyl. I actually still think I could get them. This is an OG copy of Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. It's very clean, has both original inner sleeves. This is going to be a $35 start. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. And I wish Friday Music stuff was just a little bit cheaper, but I don't know if y'all know this or not. We have a lot of new vinyl, but some stuff I don't order because, in my opinion, it's just too expensive. I'm sure some people still want it. That's some of the stuff I post pre-orders up. There'll be some stuff coming out, and it'll be like a single LP, not an import, just a single LP and a booklet, and the retail on it's like $54.99. I'm like, man, that just seems a little expensive, but I don't normally order a lot of that kind of stuff because to me it seems high. I try to order the stuff to me seems like affordable or a good deal on the new vinyl, especially if there's OG copies out there because, some people want the brand new and sealed stuff, and that's why we stock it. But Thin Lizzy's a $35 start. The vinyl is EX Plus, near mint minus, extremely nice. It has both original sleeves. The cover is about VG Plus, where it's a black and kind of glossy cover. It shows a little bit of wear, but overall, it's pretty nice. And that is up for bid for a $35 start. By the way, Sam Squatch is at 75 on Metallica. Final call. Now, back to the half-off bin. Back to the half-off bin. I'm going to be reading you the titles and the half-off price. Next is the Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. VG copy, $12.50. The Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue, VG copy, $12.50. And the Monkees, that's a VG copy for $5. The Monkees, that's their self-titled first album in mono on that label Kojams. VG condition, $5. Jeff Brindley wants the Rolling Stones. Yes, this is an amazing. Is this the one Huey Lewis is playing harmonica on? I think Huey Lewis is on here playing harmonica. Is this the one? Let's see here. Thin Lizzy crew. That's the crew. Booking agent. Guitars. Which one is Huey Lewis? He may be on here somewhere or another. But one of these, he's playing harmonica. I always thought that was interesting. I got Bob Dylan. Did I miss something? G. Michael got Bob Dylan. Sorry, that's about the time I took a break. Does Kill 'Em All have I Am Evil and Blitzkrieg? Also, I missed that. Does Kill 'Em All have... No. No. This is just the regular half-speed master of the album. Looks like they've got... yeah. Sorry, I missed that. I'm about to sell that to Sam Squatch for $75. Yes, these are half off the sticker on the back. G.C. Carlton got the Monkees. James Ludwig, you were second on the Stones. Christopher third. Henry was third on the Monkees. Lots of people on the Monkees. G.C. was first. Okay, try it. The Standales. That's a VG Plus, $12.50. Try it. The Standales. That's in mono. Band. VG Plus, $12.50. And Cat Stevens is a VG Plus, just $5 for Teaser and the Firecat. $5 for Teaser and the Firecat. $5 on that. And Ringo Starr, Ringo, EX condition, $12.50 with the booklet. Ringo Starr, EX condition, $12.50. Edwin Starr, War and Peace, VG Plus condition, $12.50. Edwin Starr, War and Peace on the original Motown Gordy label, VG Plus $12.50. Clay Moore first on RS, this time not for the Rolling Stones, but for Ringo Starr. Let's go ahead and sell Sam Squatch the Metallica for $75. Thin Lizzy is a buy it now for $35. $35. That's Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. If anybody wants in on that, it's a $35 buy it now. Live and Dangerous by Thin Lizzy. That is buy it now. Quick buy it now on that, and that's sold to Alan Johnson. I'll let Tanner put that back in the sleeve. Next is Edwin Starr to Jeff McMaster and Chris Bijak on Cat Stevens. Those are sold and sold. Okay, so other people next on Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy was 35 and Sam Squatch 67. Got that. Okay. Actually, you may have not been on and watching the other night, but I do have some other buy it nows here. I got some no bids. I'm going to show them one more time. If not, I just got to actually put stickers on them and put them in the bins. But I have some no bids from the other night. Let me actually go through these, and I'll introduce some new auctions in just a second. But here's a couple of no bids from the other night. This is John Prine, self-titled debut album. It's a 75 Richmond press. That's a $35 buy it now. We have an unofficial. This is the Beatles' Ed Sullivan. That's all three of the Beatles' Ed Sullivan performances from 1964, and that is a $65 buy it now. The last one sold over 2 years ago for $100. That was a $65 buy it now. We still got a Billy Preston autograph on the Splinter album, which was George Harrison produced this album, Splinter. That's a $95 buy it now. That's autographed by Billy Preston. $95 buy it now on that. This is a Jim Croce unofficial bootleg, a vintage one from 1972. It was a $25 buy it now. It's a VG Plus condition bootleg, VG Plus condition. I also had this unofficial of the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's. It's unofficial. It's got alternate mixes of the songs. About half of them are alternate mixes. The rest of them are actually the original cuts. And then we had the Beatles Help. The Beatles Help. And this is a 1992 Russian unofficial pressing. It's a Russian unofficial. It's in English, okay? Some people think that it's not the Beatles. They're not singing in Russian. They're just pressed illegally in Russia. It's also a check condition record on side one near the end of the runoff. It kind of has a little bit of some crackle. There's something down in the groove. So overall, VG Plus, the rest of it sounds great. It's cut from a CD master. So it's cut from a CD master. It's not like some kind of poor quality they got. It's cut from a CD master. I think Preston Rose wants the Beatles. Is that right, Preston? This one here, if so, that's $35. That was some stuff that did not sell. Well, actually, he might want the Ed Sullivan. Preston, let me know which one you want. We had Help, Ed Sullivan, the Sgt. Pepper's, John Prine, and the Billy Preston. And by the way, unlike the Billy Preston or some of the other ones, if you want to make an offer, go right ahead. I'm here to sell these. If not, I got to put prices on them and just put them down in the bids. They didn't get bids. Next auction is going to be a Beatles Japanese pressing. This is going to be, so Preston gets that for a $35 buy it now. This is with the Beatles. And we don't, once again, you may hear me say this, but usually if I'm putting up an auction, I may say the words, we don't see this as often, which is true with the Beatles Japanese pressing. UK Flag Series number 2, the vinyl is exceptionally nice. Exceptionally nice. Typical near mint minus Japanese pressing. This is one of the last Japanese pressings I have in this bin, and then I have a whole new batch of stuff that we have not ever got to before. Of course, we hadn't shown this one before yet either. With the Beatles, there is a little bit of foxing and a discoloration you can see here. UK Flag Series number 2. And this is a $35 start. And comes with this booklet, actually. Very cool booklet that comes with it. Has pictures of the Beatles. This is a Japanese pressing for a $35 start. UK Flag Series number 2. Chris Frazier wants the Beatles boot for $20. Let's sell that to Chris Frazier for $20. And that was the Jim Croce bootleg. I'll go ahead and let that roll. That's a really cool live concert. So that leaves the Beatles, Billy Preston autograph, John Prine, and the Beatles. All right, lots of Flag Series. Jeff, I still hadn't found the one you're looking for. I've been looking for, what, 2 years now? A couple of them are just like, for some reason, difficult to get. What else do we have here? There's that, what else that I'd not... Okay, yeah, here's a couple other no bids. Let me run... Oh my gosh, I forgot about these. This is a $95 start, Love Gun. I've got a couple Kiss here that are tough to find, or I should say very desirable. I mean, of course, if you, unless you're watching our show, I don't see a lot of Japanese Kiss albums. This is Love Gun, $95 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. It has the Japanese insert with it. It has the original, I guess it's just, did it come with an inner sleeve? I'm not for sure. I was about to grab this right here. I said, here's the original inner sleeve, but that's printed on the gatefold of that. So there's Love Gun. I was about to say, I don't know if any of our other Kiss buyers, but I've had some I've been trying to get to. I just found these. So there's Love Gun, $95 buy it now for that. The Beatles are $45. I do not have a blue vinyl. I don't think so, Tony. Okay, let's go back to the half-off stuff. Sorry for the delay. We have the Young Rascals Groovin', VG Plus, $12.50. Groovin', VG Plus, $12.50. Groovin', $12.50. Also, Julie London, Your Number Please. Julie London is a VG Plus, $10. Love Gun has just this inner sleeve, or just this insert. Just this insert. Now, my mind can only hold so much information, but I don't know if the Japanese pressings actually came with a gun and the other information or the other merch insert like the U.S. I don't know if those the Japanese came with as much stuff as the U.S. pressings did. Maybe we can have somebody check, and maybe we can have somebody, a KISS fan watching, that can verify that. I don't know if they came with all those like the U.S. pressing did. This does have an insert with it, though. Henry Pardides put LH. Henry, that was for, what was LH? Let me know what that was for. We had Groove and Young Rascals, and then Wolves Council first on Julie London. Jim Weinstadt was second, and Chris Bijak on Young Rascals. So those are both sold. Okay, Janis Joplin, Pearl. Wow, just $7.50. Janis Joplin, it is in VG condition. Pearls in VG condition, $7.50. So looking for $45 and $95 starts. If they don't get a bid, I'll make it a buy it now. Love Gun is a very nice copy, though. The vinyl, the cover, very, very nice copy. And it has the insert. Dolly Parton, Here You Come Again. That's $8.50, VG Plus condition. Jane Fink wants Janis Joplin. We have The Best of Spirit. That's VG Plus, $8.50. The Best of Spirit. I Got a Line on You, $8.50. Traffic, More Heavy Traffic. Traffic's Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $7.50. VG Plus, $7.50 on More Heavy Traffic. Just a Melody, Young Holt Unlimited, $10. This one, I think we're about to start our stuff that's not check condition. That's on the original Brunswick. Just a Melody, $10 on that. Chris Bijak wants Traffic. Jane Fink was second. Jane Fink on second on that one. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Jane, do you know that you won the KISS box set? Jane, that's the first time I've seen your name. Did you even know that you won the KISS Creatures of the Night box set? Did you even know that? But we drew the other night, and you won, Jane. That's the first time I've seen your name since we've drawn for it. But yes, you won the KISS Creatures of the Night box set. That will be in your shipment. So, yeah, you did all the instructions. You have won. Congratulations. You have won. She didn't even know. I meant to message you, or I meant to get on the post and reply to your comment. I will still do that so everybody else knows, but you won the KISS box set. We drew for it the other night live on the show. I was like, I don't know if Jane's watching. She usually is, but you won the KISS box. So when you open up your shipment from this week's invoice, well, first of all, it will be on your invoice for $0. That way we have it tagged and they know to put it in your order. So, yeah, that's like winning a small lottery. $300 is the retail on that. So, Chris Bijak got Traffic. Jane was second. Brian C. wants Young Colt Unlimited. The Standells detail. Brent, the Standells was in VG Plus condition. The cover's in VG Plus condition. Original tower label in mono. Try it, the Standells. That's VG Plus 1250. Next was lots of congratulations. And Chris Bijak wants OH Spirit. Now, was OH another claim? I know, or is that a... First, Brent Robley wants sold on that. Chris, I have you for Spirit. And was that something before, or was that like O Spirit? Or was there something before that? If not, that's so to Chris Bijak. Okay, I'm going to make these buy it nows. Beatles is $45 and KISS is $95. Now, if you're thinking about the KISS, you might want to go ahead and get in on that, because if it's ever sold in like a KISS night, you know it's going to sell that night. So with the Beatles is a $45 buy it now, and Love Gun is a $95 buy it now. Love Gun is a $95 buy it now. $95 buy now. With the Beatles is a $45 buy now. So UK Flag Series number 2 and Love Gun. Look how nice the inking and the art is on Love Gun. These Japanese pressings, fantastic, fantastic. Gayfo. We drew. When did we draw for that, Tanner? It was live during the show on Tuesday night. It was Tuesday night late. Yeah, Tuesday night late. We did it live here on the feed. So. It was here. All right. I'll re-give away King Gizzard, or I'll auction it. One of the two. Yes, somebody never did get in on that. Okay. All right. There's Love Gun and there's With the Beatles. Those are available. Now, if this don't sell, I'll later tonight, I'll either entertain offers on it, or I'll re-auction it for a lower start on a Kiss night. But guess what? I have another one. I have Love Gun. Oh, I've got a rat too. Boy, we got some great stuff here that I hadn't got to yet in this bin. I was about to go grab the other one, but we have even more here. This is Rat Dancing Undercover, Japanese pressing. This is Rat Dancing Undercover, Japanese pressing. The vinyl is near mint minus. $55 start on Rat Dancing Undercover. $55 start on Rat Dancing Undercover. $55 start on that. The vinyl and the cover, overall, this is a very nice package. There's the Japanese insert. There's the other Japanese insert. Has the Obi with it. $55 start on Rat. That's now for bid. And then Double Platinum, same thing here. $95 start for Double Platinum. Now, this is one we do not get very often. I can really say that about this. Double Platinum. I hope everybody has their eyes and ears open. A Japanese pressing of Double Platinum. $95 start. It is a beautiful copy too. Very, very nice copy of Double Platinum. Both LPs are very, very nice. Double Platinum. That's a $95 start. There's the Japanese insert. Double Platinum. $95 start. There's the cover that burns your eyes when you look at it. It's so reflective. And has the Japanese insert with it. Extremely cool and nice Obi. Double Platinum. I don't think it has an award. Now, once again, I don't know if the Japanese pressings came with the award like the U.S. pressings. I've been careful before about these inserts. The first time I ever had a lot of Japanese Kiss albums, I was like, well, it's missing this, it's missing this. And then somebody spoke up later and was like, those didn't come with that in Japan. So those are available, though. That is available for a $95 buy now. It may have. I'm not for sure. Brent Ribley wants to With the Beatles. That was a $45 buy now. That's so to Brent Ribley. And now, let's go through the rest of this bin. Half off. Half off. Sean Phillips, Spaced. That's a 77 white label promo, $12.50. I don't think a lot of these are check condition. So if you don't hear me say anything about the grade, they're EX plus near mint minus. Maynard Ferguson, Stratospheric. Maynard Ferguson, that is $10. Maynard Ferguson. Also, Judy Garland, Judy at Carnegie Hall. $7.50. Judy at Carnegie Hall. Jay and the Americans, come a little bit closer. $5. $5. Maynard Ferguson, so to Jetstream. So to Jetstream. Led Zeppelin 4, wow. $22.50. That's not supposed to be in there. Led Zeppelin 4, that's a 77 pressing of that. Looks like a 77 specialty pressing. $22.99. Jetstream got Maynard Ferguson. Next is Romelu on Judy Collins on, Judy Garland with Romelu. James was first on Jay and the Americans. James first on Jay. Jane first on, Jane first on Led Zeppelin. Romelu, I got you down for Judy Garland. Leslie next on Led Zeppelin. James third. Terry was next on Jay and the Americans. Bob next on Zeppelin. Chris next on Zeppelin. Scotty next on Judy Garland. Let me go over all that. Jetstream got Maynard Ferguson. Romelu got Judy Garland. James Fairfax got Jay and the Americans. And Jane got Led Zeppelin. If you didn't hear your names, you didn't get it. Joe Maynard is at 95 on Kiss. Going once, going twice. Final call on Rat Dancing Undercover. Going once, going twice. If you want in on a buy it now on Rat Dancing Undercover. Now is your time. Let's see here. Let me check this here. Yeah, Double Platinum. That's at 95 right now. Final call. Okay. Rant and Rave with the Stray Cats. Wow, $12.50. That is usually not, that's usually gone out of the new arrivals with the original inner sleeve. Rant and Rave, $12.50. Also, Having Fun with Elvis. Having Fun with Elvis on Stage, $7.50. Elvis is $7.50. Mickey Newberry, Frisco Mabel Joy, $10. Final call on Kiss. Final call on Rat. I'm about to sell both of those. And Fog Hat is $7.50. Alan said Kiss came with award. No award with this one. No award with this one. Fog Hat is $7.50. $7.50 for Fog Hat. That's their self-titled album. And Steve Goodman is $7.50. Okay. Discogs has one with the Platinum Award and one without. This is OB number. This is the catalog number for this one is VIP 9549 squiggly line 50. VIP 9549 squiggly line 50. There may be two variants. Yeah, this is. I didn't have a lot of these. Usually, on our auctions, I have all the. This is stuff I'm pulling out that I really didn't have prepared. Otherwise, I would have all that information for you. So, it's kind of stuff I have over here ready for auction, but I don't have it like ready to sell. But it is for sale right now. Rhonda Drawer first on Stray Cats. Rhonda got the Stray Cats. Terry was second. David Cox was third. Brian Owens got the Elvis. That's sold to Brian Owens. Jeff McMaster on SG. That was Steve Goodman. Steve Goodman to Jeff McMaster. Jetstream got Fog Hat. Preston was second. Brian was third, asking the condition. Greg, you were second on Steve Goodman. Maynard Ferguson, MF Horn and MF Horn 2. $13.50, 2 LPs, no condition notes on that one. Maynard Ferguson, MF Horn, and MF Horn 2. Jan and Dean, Folk and Roll. Jan and Dean's just $5. Jan and Dean, Folk and Roll. Nuclear War is Possibility. That's 1959 rock and roll compilation, and that is now just $7.50. Rock and Roll Soul, 59. Fat Cities, Greatest Hits, Volume 1. Fat Cities, Greatest Hits, Volume 1, $5 on that. Also, 10 years after, Alvin Lee and Company. Alvin Lee, $10, 10 years after. Kiss is sold for $95 to Joe Maynard. If anybody wants Rat, Dancing Undercover, it's a 55 BIN. Buy it now. Dancing Undercover, Rat. That's a $95 buy it now. If anybody wants in on that very nice top copy with Obi. I'm also going to put away these other auctions, the Beatles boots and others, and grab some new stuff. We still got Love Gun for a $95 buy it now. Let me put this away. And let me show our next auction, which is going to be, I've already shown that. Here's some stuff from the other night that's buy it now. Let me go through these right quick. And let me tag what's first here in the bins. Jeff McMaster first to Maynard Ferguson. That's sold to Jeff McMaster, Maynard Ferguson. Jetstream was second. And we have Jan and Dean, the 1959 rock compilation, Fat City, and Alvin Lee. Here's some stuff. I'm going to show them one more time. These are buy it nows, no bids from the other night. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. Mint in shrink wrap, Obi, and that is Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. $35 buy it now. Queen, A Night at the Opera, Japanese pressing, $55 buy it now. The Beatles' Greatest, Holland Flag Series number 32. That was a $45 buy it now. John Lennon, Milk and Honey, $35 buy it now. And so was Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. 17 of their all-time greatest recordings, Simon & Garfunkel collection. That was a $35 buy it now. So those are all available. Those are all available. I'm trying to get all of our auctions that I've gone through, have and have not gone through. And then right here, this was a big no bid. This was Eric Clapton, Reptile, $155. Sealed, original UK copy, Eric Clapton, Reptile. That was $155. $155 on that. Sealed, Eric Clapton, Reptile. $155 on that. It is available. Very, very cool. And then this was sold and then put back right after the show. No problem, because I have a feeling somebody else would want it. And that's 311 Music. It was $49.99. It was a 2014 Record Store Day numbered pressing. It's numbered. I had it marked $49.99. If anybody wants it, $42 for 311. $42 for 311. That's still available. Romulo is going to take the Simon & Garfunkel Japanese pressing for $35. That is sold to Romulo. Jeff McMaster said he'll take the 311 for $42. That's sold to Jeff McMaster for $42. And let's show a few more. Actually, I don't have anything to. I was trying to find. Am I done with auctions in here? I've got two more records, and I've got to grab some more auctions. I've already shown that. That was the John Sapolina Raven, sealed $24.99, and the Great Moments in Kentucky Basketball. Trying to finish this crate up. Okay, there's that. And then this was, I'm not for sure. I'll show that in just a second. There's an empty crate, though. Let me grab our newest crate of Japanese stuff, because there's some stuff over here we've never gone through. Oh, yeah. This is stuff actually from that Nashville collection. There are some stuff in here some people's been asking about. So let me grab these. There's some great titles in here. Let me bring them a little bit closer to me. Go ahead and get at least one started, and then I'll finish up this bin. So the first one in here is Phil Collins. Hello, I Must Be Going. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going. And this is going to be a $35 start. Japanese pressing of Phil Collins. Hello, I Must Be Going. $35 start on this. Phil Collins, $35 start. Near mint Japanese pressing of Hello, I Must Be Going. In the original, or with a new Japanese inner sleeve there. There's the original inner sleeve. There's the Japanese insert. Very nice gatefold cover with Obi. $35 start on Phil Collins. All right, let's finish up this half-off bin so I can recap it. We had the Fabulous Thunderbirds. That was $10. The Fabulous Thunderbirds, $10. Molly Hatchet, No Guts, No Glory. $10 on Molly Hatchet. These are non-check condition here. Neil Young, Time Fades Away. This one's VG Plus. That's actually VG Plus, $12.50. Roberta Flack. Roberta Flack is $12.50, her self-titled album. And The Legend, Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline is a 2LP compilation. The Legend, Patsy Cline, $12.50. Henry Pardides, first on FTB. That's the Fabulous Thunderbirds. G. Michael, first on Molly Hatchet. Fred, second on Thunderbirds. And Shakedown wants Neil Young. Looking for a $35 start on Phil Collins. Now, next is Patsy Cline, and this is sold to Rich Shockley, Leslie second, Larry Smith third, Stephen A. Young fourth. Here's what's left in this. This is half off. I'm going to read them one more time, then try to find something else for us to go through. We have Stephen Stills Manassas down the road, VG Plus $7.50. Bud Shank, Bob Brookmeyer, Strings and Trombones, VG copy $7.50. Hank Ballard's Biggest Hits, VG copy $10. Bruce Springsteen, The River, that was a VG copy for $10. Nas 2, VG plus $12.50. Renaissance, The Association, VG plus $5. Dolly Parton, Here You Come Again. No one grabbed Dolly for $8.50, VG plus condition. Peter, Paul, and Mary, $5. No condition notes on that. Album $1,700. Sean Phillips Spaced, white label promo, $12.50. Mickey Newberry, Frisco Mabel Joy, $10. No condition notes on that one either. John Nazarko wants the Bruce Springsteen. And we have James Fairfax on Dolly Parton. Jane Fink, You Were Second. We have Jan and Dean, Folk and Roll, $5 on Jan and Dean. This is the Rock and Roll Soul compilation from 1959, $7.50. Fat City's Greatest Hits, $5. 10 Years After, $10. And Roberta Flack is $12.50. $12.50. Tracks on Roberta Flack. What a Woman Really Means. You Are Everything. Independent Man. If I Ever See You Again. And The Feeling's Good. Knowing That We're Made for Each Other. Come Share My Love. Baby, I Love You So. And When It's Over. Brent Robley wants MN. MN. That was MN. That was Mickey Newberry. Brent Robley. Yes, Kentucky basketball. Trey Tidwell, I have a record right here called Great Moments in Kentucky Basketball with Adolph Rupp. Adolph Rupp. And that is 1999. This is Great Moments in Kentucky Basketball with Adolph Rupp, 1999. And that's in partial shrink wrap. And I'm trying to find an exact year. It looks like mid-60s. So did Trey Tidwell. And Tanner, that was sticker on that one. Rich Shockley needs to put back the Patsy Cline. So instead of Rich Shockley, that goes to Leslie Holt. Leslie Holt, you get the Patsy Cline record. Tony Shore says he'll take the Sean Phillips. Anybody else on anything in here? All right. I'm going to go ahead and make Phil Collins a buy it now for $35. If anybody wants Phil Collins, he's a buy it now for $35. I think I've gone through most of my on-sale stuff that I wanted to put on sale. We've went through all the Rush titles. Late last night I showed Exit Stage Left. I don't know if anybody missed that. I don't have many left, but if you missed out on Exit Stage Left, it's $39.99. Exit Stage Left. Here's what I do have that's not on sale in Rush. I do have some that's not on sale. I know a lot of people's asked. I hadn't got to answer those questions yet. So Fly By Night's on sale, and we only have a couple. We only have one copy, really. Actually, I've got, that I want to put on sale, I've got 3 copies left of Fly By Night. Fly By Night's $39.99, or it was $39.99. Now it's $29.99, and that's really only 3 copies left that's on sale. Exit Stage Left, I just showed it, $39. Not on sale, but I have it in stock, is Clockwork Angels. Clockwork Angels is $39.99. Hold Your Fire is $36.99. I still have Power Windows on sale for $26.99. Moving Pictures is available, but not on sale, $36.99. Permanent Waves is available, but not on sale, for $39.99. I've got 3 copies of Hemispheres left for $36.99. And then we have 2112. We have All the Worlds of Stage and Signals. And I only have 1 copy of All the Worlds of Stage and I only have 1 copy of Signals. I only have 2 copies of 2112. So, Fly By Night, Exit Stage Left, Clockwork Angels, Power Windows, Hold Your Fire, Moving Pictures, Permanent Waves, Hemispheres, All the Worlds of Stage, 2112, and Signals. That is our Rush catalog. There's some stuff missing there because we have sold out of them. We sold out of them last night. That's what I have. So if you missed this, that is what's there. Jason Conklin said 45 for the Queen. Are you talking about the Japanese pressing? I was wanting 55 for. Jason, I'll do $50. That would be meeting in the middle on that one. Best offer on Rat, I was wanting a $55 start. I'll do $50 on that, Daniel. Michelle wants the Exit. That's sold to Michelle. Tanner, that was $39.99. Roger Ramjet wants the Eric Clapton Reptile. That was $155 to Roger Ramjet. $155 to that, Roger Ramjet. What's the bottom dollar on the Whitney Houston MoFi? I will do $5 off sticker, which would make it $65. Homeland Conspiracy wants a 2112, and Joe Willinger wants a Hemispheres, and Daniel said done on that. We got a bunch of stuff to tag, Tanner. First, we have Rat for $50 with Daniel Buzadin. That's sold to Daniel for $50. We got to go grab a 2112. Fred Carnell wants a PC. Was that Phil Collins or was that something else with the initials PC? Fly By Night, Exit Stage Left, Clockwork Angels, Power Windows, Hold Your Fire. There is a 2112. There's a Hemispheres. Now, the Hemispheres I have left, these aren't on sale because they're nice, they're sealed, there's no rips, there's no seam splits, and that's the last 2 I have left. I have 2 more after this one of Hemispheres. And let me go ahead and start grabbing our next half off bin. So Jason Conklin also said yes, and that was for the Queen. Night at the Opera, that's a $50 buy it now. That's a $50 buy now. We've reached an agreement on that. Very nice copy. Bohemian Rhapsody. That's sold for $50 to Jason Conklin. Fred Carnell wants Phil Collins for a $35 buy it now. Next was Joe Willinger on Hemispheres and 2112 the Homeland Conspiracy. Last copy of 2112, $36.99. This is sealed, 180 gram direct metal mastering. That is sold. And next was 30 for Cyndi Lauper, sold to Rich Shockley for $30. Boy, I'm loving these offers. Tanner's over here like, what in the world's going on? This is sold to Rich Shockley for $30. And I do have more Christmas albums. Yes, we were getting them sorted because there were so many of them. But yes, I do have more. Give me a second. I'll run through those. And did I miss something else? 21. I think Moving Pictures was $39.99. They're either 36 and 39. Let me grab another crate of half off. I think I've got it right over here. Let me take a look. That's all that's left in that one. That's about all that was left. We went through 2 last night, half off bins, and that was all that was about left in that. So we got some stuff eligible for discounts. It's getting that time of the year where we're really sorting through our inventory and trying to figure out what we do and do not have and how old it is and how much longer we need to keep it and how fast we need to sell it. And so some stuff we start moving pretty fast. And let me see what I have over here. I think we got some really good titles in this bin that are now kind of up for a discount. I think some of this was left over from maybe like a flip crate or a buy it now best offer. I'm not real for sure, but there's some pretty good titles in here, and we're going to put them available for a half off. So a lot of stuff for May, June, and July. So let's see what we have in here. I got some Dream Theaters left from last night, but nothing new. If anybody's interested in any of those kind of pricier Dream Theaters from last night, let me know on that. And then Ryan Christie, if you decide you want a 2112 or Moving Pictures, let me double check the price on Moving Pictures. It's either 36 or 39. Moving Pictures is $36.99. $36.99, even better. Let's see. I have a bunch of overkills, but I'm not ready. I'll probably do those on a different night, more like a metal night. I think that's about it. We've really cut some of the inventory here for sure. We got some empty bins over there. I still got some Metallicas. I got Tyler Childers, but I'll do that a different night. And now it's mostly just, I don't have many things left I hadn't shown that I have a bunch of copies of. So, all right. Clay, I just walked away from the maiden bin. Give me a second. I'll walk back over there and I'll show you what I have left. Half off. Whoop, we need new auctions. Let me go ahead and get started though. More Dirty Dancing, Do You Love Me by the Contours. That is a 12-inch single from the Contours, Do You Love Me, from More Dirty Dancing, $10. The price, I'm telling you, will be the half off price. Do You Love Me, $10. Also, Dr. Hook Live in shrink wrap. If I don't say the grade, then it's EX Plus, near mint minus. $10 on Dr. Hook Live. The Buddy Holly Story soundtrack, $10. We have putbacks, but we don't have them ready. The thing about putbacks is we have to cancel the invoices. We have to sort them, get them all ready. There's like 5 crates back there. We'll try to do that tomorrow. Yellow River Christie, $10 for Yellow River Christie. Rhonda Drawer wants DH, that's Dr. Hook. That is sold to Rhonda Drawer. This is the Tams, A Little More Soul. The Tams is $15 on ABC Records. The price, I'm telling you, is the half off price. He's a Rebel, The Crystals, VG minus. This is a pricier record, even in VG minus condition. $37.50. He's a Rebel, The Crystals, $37.50. That's on the Philly Records. There is a name written on the label. It's about a VG jacket as well, and that is sold to Jeff McMaster. Next is 10, the soundtrack to 10, music by Henry Mancini. $10 on 10, and it's $10. Loggins of Messina, So Fine. That is $5 for Loggins of Messina. Blues Magoo's Electric Comic Book, a VG copy for $10. Blues Magoo's Electric Comic Book. That's on the Red Mercury label. $10 on that. And the Manhattan Transfer, Bop Doo Wop Manhattan Transfer, is $5. Let me grab some of our new Japanese auctions. on this. First, we have, wow, we got some killer stuff here. Let's do these. Let's do this one. And let's do, what is this here? King Crimson. Okay, we'll do these two here. Yeah, Christmas albums. I'll show those in just a second. Sure. Okay. Next Japanese auctions. Van Halen 5150. Van Halen 5150. A Japanese pressing of 5150. $55 start for 5150. The vinyl is extremely nice. This is this all actually came, a lot of the stuff, this person we bought this from bought it from us. A lot of his still have our price tags, and they didn't have our sticky notes on it, but some of them had our original price tags. But I know he bought a lot of these from us. 5150, very nice Japanese pressing. $55 start. It has the inner sleeve. It also has the solicitation form. 5150, very nice copy of that. And Genesis, here's one we don't get as often on Japanese wax. This is, and then there were 3 Genesis. This is a $45 start. Genesis, and then there were 3. The vinyl on that is very nice. $45 start on those. We have an original inner sleeve, and we have an extremely nice cover with Obi. $45 start. One small flaw, it does have a corner ding. Other than that, look how nice. Genesis, so $55 and $45 start on those. Back up to the top, Jane Fink wants LOG. LOG was for Loggins and Messina. That's sold to Jane Fink. Next was Henry Perdidez on BM, Blues Magoo's. Jeff, it didn't have the comic book. That's already sold to Henry. Stephen A. Young wants Manhattan Transfer. Brent Robley wants the Tams. Mark Querum's at $55 on Van Halen. Also, the Earl Scruggs Review, EX condition, $6.50 on the Earl Scruggs Review. The Southern Pacific line. Southern Pacific County line. That's from 1990. EX condition, $10. And the Earl Scruggs Review, that's a white label promo, $6. Earl Scruggs Review, white label promo, $6. So Southern Pacific, 2 Earl Scruggs in there. Warm and Tender Soul, Percy Sledge, VG condition, $7.50. VG condition, $7.50. That's on the original label. Mark Querum's in on Van Halen at 55. Going once, going twice. Final call on Genesis to get a bid in for a $45 buy it now. Classic Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This is a Blood, Sweat, and Tears compilation from Holland. It's a single LP, near mint and shrink wrap. $12.50 on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. $12.50 on that. Captain and Tennille, Keeping Our Love Warm. Captain and Tennille is $5. Keeping Our Love Warm. Captain and Tennille, $5 on Casablanca. Harry Chapin, Heads and Tails. $6.50 on Harry Chapin, Heads and Tails. And Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth. Men Without Hats is $17.50. Men Without Hats. This has the safety dance on it. It has a gold stamp promo, $17.50. Henry Pardides wants the Earl Scruggs. That was a promo. That's sold to Henry. By the way, new bid on Van Halen for $60. I'm going to go ahead and make Genesis a buy it now for $45. If anybody wants Genesis, and then there were three, this is a buy it now for $45. Genesis, and then there were three. Buy it now if you want on that for $45. $45 Genesis. Wow, don't see those often. That has Follow You, Follow Me on it, on the Charisma Japanese label. All right. Daniel's back in on Van Halen at 60. Mark Querum, you're out. Michael Clark, Save the Night. Michael Clark is $5 for Save the Night. Also, Tony Bennett, Hometown, My Town. Tony Bennett is $5 for Tony Bennett. And Crazy Horse, $17.50. Later became Neil Young's backing band. $17.50 on Crazy Horse. Mark Querum's in on Van Halen at 70. And we have Waylon Jennings. It's Only Rock and Roll. Waylon is now just $12.50. Jeff McMaster first on Crazy Horse. We have Willie Nelson, Without a Song. That's actually sealed. It's never been opened. $15. Willie Nelson, sealed, $15. By popular demand, Earl Bostic, VG Plus condition, $15 on Earl Bostic. And Lies, 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 Bill Lorowitz, $5 on that. Men at Work, the half-off price is $17.50. It's near mint. Gold stamp promo, original sleeve, safety dance. Daniel's out on Van Halen. Mark, you have that for $70. Final call. Our next auction is actually, let me do a quick buy it now because we've already sold one of these tonight. We've already sold one. I'll sell this one for the same price. I'm going to put it in a new sleeve. I don't like resellable bags. So, Phil Collins, here's another one. If you missed out on one Fred Carnell got, $35 buy it now. Hello, I Must Be Going. This is a $35 buy it now. Just like the one we just sold. It's also near mint. There's the original inner sleeve. There's the insert. Phil Collins is a $35 buy it now. So if you missed out on the last one, there's another one. Let's see. Debbie's going to take the Men Without Hats. That's sold to Debbie at half off. Let's go ahead and sell Van Halen for $70 to Mark Querum. And let's go ahead and sell Fred Carnell Genesis for $40. So those are all sold. There's a couple sleeves we can dispose of. Phil Collins is a buy it now actually for $35. I'll leave that up for a couple minutes. And I have a U.S. pressing to sell here. This is Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Volume 2. This is going to be a $45 start. This is a U.S. pressing. Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Volume 2. U.S. pressing, 2 LP, a solid EX, maybe even EX Plus on some sides. 2 LP, gatefold, the Essential Billy Joel Collection. $45 start on that. That is a U.S. pressing of that. Very nice, and believe it or not in print. There is not a new Billy Joel's Greatest Hits album in print available for purchase. That blows my mind. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second while I take a drink of water. And I'm back. Let me see what I got over here. Tanner said I might want to take a look in the Christmas albums. I think there's a couple over here that I know there's a couple like the Burl Ives we had earlier that are pretty desirable. Let me see what we have over here. These are nice and clean. Oh wow, we even have the Prince one over here. All right, let me see what I've got. I'm going to show some that we've got multiple copies of that I can go ahead and show. Here we go. If you missed out, there were several people who still didn't get one of these earlier. I need a back. I'm seeing there's some new stuff and there's some used new stuff in here too that I know I need to auction. There's that record. We've already auctioned one of those tonight. All right, let me show this first. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, these are actually one's $14.99. I'll make them all $9.99. If you missed out earlier, here's Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. These are all $9.99. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 of them. They're all very clean. Some of them are different labels, but they're all $9.99. Winter Wonderland, If I Get Home on Christmas Day, The First Noel, Silver Bells, On a Snowy Christmas Night, Merry Christmas Baby. That's Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. These are $9.99 each. And Tanner, one of them's marked $14.99, but just make sure it goes in at $9.99. Chris B. Jack gets one. Romelu gets one. Darren Wortman gets one. This is Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. There's 2 more there, $9.99. They even have his face there on Santa Claus. 2 more of those left for $9.99. They'll be like crazy enough, like I'm going to say not impossible to get because he sold millions of them, but just around Christmas time, it's like people come in the store. People ask here on Facebook, where's your Elvis Christmas album? It's like, usually we have stacks and then whoop, they're all gone. Joe Willinger gets one. I have one more left that looks like that. And one more left that looks on that. So Phil Collins was a $35 buy it now. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to go ahead and make Billy Joe a buy it now. If you wanted Billy Joe, it's a $45 buy it now. Billy Joe's a $45 buy it now. Blue Christmas. I don't think Blue Christmas is on this one. Like I said, he has I think he has a solid 3 different Christmas albums with different tracks. This is one of them. This one does not have Blue Christmas. So $9, that's my last one of those left. I'll actually go ahead and put it over here with the others that was left over. And Romelu is going to get the Phil Collins for a $35 buy it now. And Chris B. Jack wants Billy Joe. Great price on that. $45 on Billy Joe's greatest hits. We need new auctions all of a sudden. Let me show a few more out of the half-off bin. We have D.D. Bridgewater. This is called Just Family. $10 on that. That's a white label promo. D.D. Bridgewater. Billy Joe Royal. This is actually autographed. Wow. Now just $7.50. That's from, it says Dale. That's from the Pittsburgh collection. Thanks. Billy Joe Royal. $7.50. That's the royal treatment. There's nothing wrong with the record. Also, Gerald Wilson Big Band, Moment of Truth. Gerald Wilson is $7.50, and The Glory of Alberta Hunter. The Glory of Alberta Hunter, $6 on that. Terry Schneider wants the Billy Joe Royal. That's sold to Terry Schneider. Also, we have Nightingale, George Adams. Nightingale is sealed. This is unopened. It's actually on the Blue Note label, sealed, and $10 on that. And Thank of the Children, Satisfaction Unlimited. This is a 1972. Now just $20. The vinyl is very nice. This is a Notes from Paul. The cover has some condition issues. Now just $20. So Terry Schneider got Billy Joe. Regina was second. Jetstream wants the Alberta Hunter. Michael Nath was second. David Hoy wants J.W. Gerald Wilson. That's sold to David Hoy. Let me get 2 new auctions going. Boy, let's go ahead and run it. I have a feeling. I wonder if R.M. Lazelle is watching. Pink Floyd. The Final Cut. Pink Floyd, Japanese vinyl, Final Cut. Let me take a good look at it here. It is nice. It is nice. $85 start. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. Japanese pressing. Very nice. Has the Japanese insert with it. There's the original black inner sleeve. There's the gatefold cover with Obi. $85 start on that. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. Next Japanese auction. Next Japanese auction is going to be, what's that doing in here? That's not a Japanese record. Okay, there's the red. We've already sold one of these tonight. I'm looking for a blue for Tony Shore. Here's the red. We've already sold one like this, so here's another one. If you missed out on the first one, this is the 62 to 66 red vinyl. This is going to be an $85 buy it now. That's what the last one sold for. Wow, that's immaculate, just like the other one. The red vinyl always looks amazing. The ones I've had, it's like the color on this is amazing. That's near mint pristine. So if you missed out on the first one, there's both LPs, $85 buy it now. This is the Beatles 62 to 66. It has both original inner sleeves. Looks like they're poly-lined. They got Japanese poly-lined bags in them as well. Now, as y'all know, there is another U.S. version of this, or another Japanese version on black vinyl that came with a poster and book, etc. That for sure did not come with the red vinyl copies. This particular red vinyl pressing did not come with book and poster. It has that insert. It has the inner sleeves with lyrics. $85 buy it now. Looking for an $85 start on Pink Floyd, final call before that's a buy it now. Back to the half off bin. We have Manu Dibango Ambassador, $7.50. Joni Mitchell, Shadows and Light, VG Plus, now $10. I believe that's a live Joni Mitchell. It is live 1979, $10 on Joni VG Plus. War, Platinum Jazz, EX Condition, $13.50 on War, Platinum Jazz. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones, VG copy for $5. We have Jane Fink on Joni Mitchell. That's sold to Jane Fink. Next is Jethro Tull, Living in the Past. One of my favorites here. VG Plus, $12.50. I like Jethro Tull a lot. Jane Fink got Joni, Jetstream got War, and Chris B. Jack got the Monkees. That was Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones. Jethro Tull, and that is the hardback. That is the hardback on that one. After the Gold Rush, Neil Young. Very nice copy. No condition notes. $17.50 After the Gold Rush. It has Southern Man on it. And Only Love Can Break Your Heart. Very clean copy here. $17.50 on that one. $17.50 on that one. That's Neil Young. Garrett Seifert wants Nightingale. That was the sealed George Adams. And we have Jethro Tull sold to Stephen A. Young. Martha Hoople, Rock and Roll Queen. $10 on Martha Hoople, Rock and Roll Queen. And Melanie, $6.50. Candles in the Rain. All right, I'm going to make Pink Floyd a buy it now for $85. The final cut. The final cut, $85 Pink Floyd. That's now a buy it now. And then if you missed it earlier, I've already shown this as a buy it now, but one more time, the Beatles 62 to 66 red vinyl, $85 buy it now on that, and that's what the last one brought. Thomas Hujar is going to slip in there and get the Pink Floyd for an $85 buy it now. I like that album. Not Now John, Two Suns in the Sunset, great Pink Floyd album. Thomas Hujar got that, and Jetstream wants the Neil Young. Nice pick, very clean Neil Young album. The Best of Julie London, $10. $10 on The Best of Julie London. And we have Paul Revere and the Raiders, The Great Raider Reunion with Mark Lindsay. That is sealed. It does have a saw mark. It is a cutout. $10 on Paul Revere. And Stevie Wonder, In Square Circle. In Square Circle. $12.50 on Stevie Wonder, In Square Circle. Okay, this next, I was looking for one on the original label, kind of like the Bing Crosby, but unfortunately, that's pretty tough, like the Bing Crosby, to find these on the original label. But this is another popular Christmas album. I've only got one of them. These are $14.99 each. Tanner, these are $14.99 each, and that's the original Gene Autry, or Gene Autry sings the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And those are all three older pressings, but I forgot the first label that was on. I got to get up to date on my Christmas album history, but that is the very popular Gene Autry, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And those are sold to Pamela Yeager, Chris B. Jack, and Chris Frazier. Those are all sold. Okay, now back up to the top, we had, let's see, Chris B. Jack was first at the Julie London. Chris B. Jack first at the Julie London. Thomas was second. Michael Nath, you were third on that. Terry Schneider first on the Raiders, and then the three Gene Autry Christmas albums sold to Pamela, Chris, and Chris. Stevie Wonder is $12.50. We're about to go through the rest of these Christmas albums. I'm trying to show a few that we have multiples of, and then everything else in here is just about different. Now, we auctioned off earlier an original 1955 copy of this. This is one of the many reissues I was telling you about. You know, it was on a black Decca label, and then it was on the Decca color bars, then it was on the MCA Black Rainbow, or Black Sky Rainbow, then it was on this one, the Cloud Sky Rainbow label, and then it was reissued many times after that. There's even new pressings in stock. You can order them. But this is, that would be sometime mid-70s. So this album, when this came out, it's 50 years old, but it had already been out for 20 years. This is a $10 start, but that's the very classic and very popular Bing Crosby Merry Christmas. The last one we sold, I think, $50-something. The one from 1955. That's a mid-late 70s copy. That's a $10 start. $10 start on Merry Christmas, Bing Crosby. Okay, so that's up for auction if you missed out on the other one. Small Talk, $7.50. Small Talk is $7.50. The Guess Who live at the Paramount. The Guess Who is $10 live at the Paramount. And Gentle Giant, $12.50. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, that's a VG copy for $10. And Jackson Brown, Hold Out, VG plus $5. VG plus $5. Merry Christmas, Bing Crosby. Elton John, A Single Man, $10. Elton John, A Single Man, $10. And also Gary Wright, Touch and Gone, $10 on Gary Wright, Touch and Gone, $10 for that one. Ultravox Vienna, Ultravox is $10. And Leo Sayer, Just a Boy, that's in shrink wrap, $6.50. Chad Van Horn is at $10 on Bing Crosby. Yeah, if we have an empty crate, Tanner, I'll go ahead and take these in a crate if they'll fit. Let me see. I think I've got everything out of here that I wanted to. Yeah. I've got 2 of these. I'm trying to find stuff I got duplicates of first, and I think everything else is almost different. So, yeah, if we have an empty crate, I'll go ahead and take those in a crate and show those. I've got 2 of these. Disney's Christmas Favorites, 13 all-time tracks. This is going to be $19.99 each. Disney's Christmas Favorites, $19.99 each. I've got 2 of those. 80s pressing. When did they transfer over to the Sky label? This is the Sky label that I know they used the black label all through the 70s. 1980 MCA Records. This actually has a date on it, I believe. Yes, 1980. Michael is correct. 1980 is the copyright date. He helped us identify both of them, the black label and the Sky label. That's Chad Van Horn for $10. Final call on that. Final call on that. So, Jetstream wants EJ. That was Elton John. That was half off, Tanner. Debbie Pardidez wants LS. LS was Leo Sayer. That's sold to Debbie. Jetstream wants JB. JB was Jackson Brown. That's sold to Jetstream. And Michelle Baker wants a Disney. That's $19.99. I have one of these left if anybody else wants one. Disney's Christmas Favorites. I have one left if anybody else wants. I'm going to put it over here with the last stray Elvis record that was left. All right, let me recap this half-off bin, and then I'm going to go through these other new Christmas albums we have for tonight. Final call on Bing for $10. We have the Contours doing More Dirty, or from More Dirty Dancing, Do You Love Me, $10 on that. The Buddy Holly Story is $10. Also, Yellow River Christie, $10. The 10 soundtrack, $10. Earl Scruggs Review, EX Condition, $6.50. Southern Pacific is EX, $10. Percy Sledge, Warm and Tender Soul, VG copy, $7.50 on those. Also, Classic Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $12.50. Captain and Tennille, $5. Price and Condition of Arthur Brown. Give me 1 second. I think I'm about to be to it. Harry Chapin, $6.50. Go ahead and sell that to Chad Van Horn for $10. We have Michael Clark, Save the Night, $5. Tony Bennett, Hometown, My Town. Tony Bennett, $5. Waylon, It's Only Rock and Roll, $12.50. Willie Nelson, Without a Song, that was sealed, $15. Earl Bostic was VG plus $15. Bill Loritz is $5. D.D. Bridgewater was $10, white label promo. Satisfaction Unlimited, $20. Also, Manu Dibango, $7.50. Melanie is $6.50. Mott the Hoople, $10. Stevie Wonder was $12.50. Small Talk was $7.50. The Guess Who, $10. Gentle Giant was $12.50. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, VG Condition, $10. VG Condition, $10. Gary Wright, $10. Rest in peace. Ultravox Vienna, $10. I don't have any new vintage to show you, no, except some of these Christmas LPs I'm about to do. And we have Arthur says, or Eric says he'll take Arthur. And I'm probably going to do some more vintage discount. And I'm going to keep auctions rolling, of course, as well. John Stevens on Ultravox. John Stevens on Ultravox. So, Tanner, do we have a... Let's see, I can condense these. Hey, I'll put them in this red crate. I was looking for a crate for these Christmas albums. I have found one. I'm holding it. It's red, too. How fitting. How fitting. Let's go ahead and show this right here. Let me put some of these in here. Alrighty. Let's see here. The Mott the Hoople album was Rock and Roll Queen. Christopher Brusha wants PS, and Garrett wants the Earl Scruggs Review. Let me figure out what was What was GG? See, Gary Wright, Gentle Giant. Let me pull that out. Moth the Hoople. In case it was Rock and Roll Queen. What else was claimed? Earl Scruggs. And what was that other comment? Let me see here. Okay, so there's Garrett's Earl Scruggs. Let me figure out what PS was. Moth the Hoople, Gentle Giant. What was PS? Let me figure out what. Let's see here. Percy Sledge. Earl Scruggs sold to Garrett. Percy Sledge sold to Christopher. Boy, y'all making me get my exercise. I walk over, one sells. I walk back over, another sells. I'll do this all night, though. I'll get my steps in, and we'll sell the rest of the entire crate. Great deal on this. If this was in, the vinyl's nice, but, I mean, that's just a pretty cool record. Okay, now, let's get some auctions. Rolling. First, we have Genesis Live. And we have Roxy Music. Let's show these. G says he'll pass on Mott. So Mott's still available. And Mike asked the condition of Gentle Giant. Gentle Giant, very nice cover. Has one little crackle there. Very solid VG+. Generic inner sleeve. And the vinyl is near mint minus. And Mike Langford, that's $12.50. It does have a punch hole right here. Moth the Hoople still available for $10 if anybody wants it. Okay. First is Genesis Live. This is going to be a $45 start. We got some really cool Japanese Genesis albums. Very nice. The vinyl on this is near mint minus. Genesis Live. There's the LP. This is this is Peter Gabriel era Genesis. By the way, Peter Gabriel has a new album coming out. We will be posting the pre-order for that. There's the Japanese inner sleeve for that. Nice cover, nice Obi. Don't get that one as often. $45 start. And also Roxy Music. This is Roxy Music Avalon. Don't see this one as often. I feel like I've said that a lot on a few Japanese titles tonight. Roxy Music. This is going to be also a $45 start. Very clean and very nice. Near mint. It has the original Japanese inner sleeve or insert. Very nice glossy cover with Obi. Those are two Japanese auctions for $45 starts. We have Mike Langford on, he said he'll take Gentle Giant. And yes, Paul, you did get Satisfaction Unlimited. Gentle Giant is sold to Mike Langford. Paul, tell you got Satisfaction Unlimited. Okay, let's go through some of these and see what we have in here. Mahalia Jackson, Silent Night, Songs for Christmas. Mahalia Jackson, Silent Night, $9.99. A Chipmunk Christmas, $19.99. Chipmunk Christmas and Christmas with the Chipmunks. Two different ones there. $14.99 on that one. Also, Kenny and Dolly, Once Upon a Christmas, $19.99. Leslie Holt wants the Mahalia Jackson Christmas album. There's Kenny and Dolly's Christmas album. The Whisperers, Happy Holidays to You. That is sealed from 1985. The Whisperers Christmas album. That's sealed, $19.99. A Christmas Carol, based on Roy Dotrice as Charles Dickens, based on the public readings, A Christmas Carol 2 LP set, sealed and unopened, $19.99. Chris Bijak wants the first Christmas Chipmunks, the Christmas Chickens. I think I just said Chicken Christmas. I got food on my mind, Tanner. I got a bag of Demuses here that I ordered at 6 o'clock that got delivered right before the sale started. And I've got salad in here, spaghetti, steak, and it's calling my name. But we got a long ways to go before we get there. Leslie Holt wants Kenny and Dolly. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Kenny and Dolly. Next is Barbra Streisand, a Christmas album, $9.99. Looks like there's a little bit of spine damage. That is Barbra Streisand. There's another Whispers. That's another one that's sealed. Do we have two of those? We got two sealed Whispers Christmas album. The Temptations. We had one of these earlier sealed. Here's another one. The Temptations, Give Love at Christmas. $19.99. Sealed Temptations Christmas. The Disney Family Christmas album with booklet in shrink wrap. I almost said sealed, but it's in shrink wrap, and that is $19.99. the Disney Family Christmas Album, $19.99. The Christmas Song, Nat King Cole, $9.99 for Nat King Cole. Disney's Christmas Favorites, we actually got another, we sold one. There's one, and I have another here. I've got two of those, $19.99. Joe Willinger said Disney Xmas. I bet Joe wanted this one, right? The first one I shown Joe. Let me know if you want one of these other ones as well. Jetstream wants the Nat King Cole. And we have a Tori Kelly Christmas. This is sealed, $19.99. Tori Kelly, Target exclusive Santa Red Vinyl, $19.99. Genesis, let's make this a $45 buy it now, and Roxy Music a $45 buy it now. Genesis Live, $45 buy it now, and Roxy Music is a $45 buy it now. Those are available. If you are interested, no bids on those, buy it now. Chris B. Jack wants the Tori Kelly Christmas album. That's sold to Chris B. Jack. Thomas Hujar takes the Roxy Music Japanese pressing for $45. We have Elf. That's the Elf soundtrack, $29.99. Louis Prima. Ella Fitzgerald, Lena Horne, Leon Redbone, Brian Setzer's on there. Elf is $29.99. We have Do They Know It's Christmas? Do They Know It's Christmas? A 1985 UK, $9.99. The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. This is $4.99. This is the Shawnee Choir. $4.99. Things of Joy, the Shawnee Choir. That's also $4.99. Christmas with Glenn Campbell, $9.99. Glenn Campbell's Christmas album. The Best of Christmas. This has Liberace, Gene Autry, Brooke Britton, Bobby Helms. That's $9.99. Great Songs of Christmas. Great Songs of Christmas is $4.99. Jackie wants Wonderful, the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That's so to Jackie Reynolds. Also, Engelbert Humperdinck's Christmas Time, $9.99. We have the DBs, Home for the Holidays, $9.99 for the DBs, Home for the Holidays. Next Japanese auction is going to be Genesis Abacab. Genesis Abacab, a Japanese pressing of Genesis Abacab. Let's take a look at it. That's our next auction, Genesis Abacab. The vinyl is about, as far as Japanese standards, this is about an EX. It has a couple of scuff marks right there. Other than that, very nice. If these Japanese have a mark on them, they're usually just some kind of very small, superficial, but I can't call them near mint and pristine. The OB cover, very nice. Here on the back, it's got a little bit of wear, a couple symbols of some sort, and that's a $35 start for Genesis Abacab. Power Veer and the Raiders. This is a 67 mono with the lyric insert sheet. Comes kind of like as an OB, complete lyrics. That's Power Veer and the Raiders, $19.99. Don't see that one often. Alabama Christmas is $19.99. The DB's Christmas 12-inch single is $9.99. Alabama Christmas, that one's always popular, $19.99. 25th Day of December with Bobby Darin. That's a 1960 harp label, $19.99. Check that out. That's another one of those old Atco labels like I was showing the other night. $19.99. Chris B. Jack wants Paul Revere. That's sold to Chris B. Jack. Also, Brian C. was next on Paul Revere, and Brent Robley was third. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, New Year's Eve Party and Rock and Roll Christmas, $14.99 on red vinyl. That is on red vinyl. George Thorogood, $14.99. Country Christmas with Loretta Lynn, $9.99 with Loretta Lynn. Willie Nelson, Pretty Paper, $14.99 for Willie Nelson, Pretty Paper. Tennessee Ernie Ford, O Come All Ye Faithful. Tennessee Ernie Ford, $9.99. Mario Lanza, Christmas Hymns and Carols. Mario is $4.99. Elvis Sings Christmas Songs. This one has Blue Christmas on it, $9.99. Elvis Christmas album. There's another Elvis Sings Wonderful World of Christmas, $9.99. Christmas in Ireland. Christmas songs in English and in Gaelic. The Little Dublin Singers. That's $4.99. Living Strings, The Sound of Christmas, $4.99. Carols of Christmas, that's $4.99. Elvis Christmas Album, that's an earlier one there, a 1959 mono. Wow. $14.99, a 1959 mono, $14.99. Leslie Holt wants the Ireland, Christmas in Ireland. That's so to Leslie. G.C. Carlton, you were second. Renata Tabaldi, this is Christmas Festival. That is $4.99. Peter, Paul, and Mary, A Holiday Celebration, sealed. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Holiday Celebration, sealed from 1988, $19.99. Larry Smith wants Elvis. Larry, let me know if you want the 59 mono The Elvis Christmas album or the Wonderful World of Christmas. 3 different ones there. American Gramophone Records presents the Manaheim Steamroller Christmas. $14.99. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir sings Christmas carols. $4.99. The Holy and the Ivy. Christmas carols by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. $4.99. Larry Smith wants the 59 mono. The classic. That's sold to Larry Smith. There's another Manaheim Steamroller Christmas. I'll put that one with the other. Manaheim Steamroller Fresh Air Christmas. There's another one. $19.99. Michelle wants one of the steamrollers. We'll sell that one to Michelle. There's actually another one of those, and then there's another Manaheim Steamroller. A Christmas Festival. The Philadelphia Orchestra. That is $4.99. On Christmas Night, the Choir of King's College, Cambridge. $4.99. Jim Nelson wants Elvis in the Mountains. That one has already been sold. Nope, you mean this one, right? I think he's in the mountains on the other one, right? Do you want this Elvis Christmas album? It does have Blue Christmas on it. That's the one everybody's always looking for. $9.99. Jim, I'm going to tag you with that one if it's okay. Jeff McMaster on the Philadelphia Orchestra. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Jim says that was the correct Elvis album for him. A Christmas Festival arranged by Jimmy Owens and Otis Skillings. $4.99. The Organ Plays at Christmas, Ken Griffin. $4.99. Christmas Time and Carol and Song. $4.99. The Slim Whitman Christmas Album. $4.99. Christmas with Colonel Sanders. Christmas with Colonel Sanders. $24.99. Very cool. Christmas with Colonel Sanders. Yes, KFC. Also, Prince and the Revolution. Another Lonely Christmas. This is $29.99 from 1984. Christmas Carol, Leroy Anderson. It's got a cat on it. $4.99. Christmas Carols, Leroy Anderson. Belafonte, To Wish You a Merry Christmas, $9.99. Andy Williams, Christmas Present, $4.99. And Harry Belafonte, To Wish You a Merry Christmas, a Living Stereo title from 1948, $14.99. Brent Robley on Colonel Sanders. That's sold to Brent Robley. Chris Bijak was second. KFC, Christopher Brusha was third. Craig Rutho first to Prince. Pamela Yeager first to Andy Williams. Jane was second. Chris Bijak wants second. Harry Belafonte. That's sold to Chris Bijak. Pamela, you're next. There's another Harry Belafonte. It's the same album, just a later pressing. So that was a lot of different stuff there. Let me make sure I got all those right. Colonel Sanders went to Brent Robley. Prince went to Craig Ruth. Pamela got Andy Williams. Chris Bijak got Harry Belafonte. And Pamela, let me know if you want that one. Genesis is a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants it. We still got Genesis Live. We still got the Beatles Red Album. That Genesis is a $35 buy it now if anybody wants in on that. Let me see what else we have over here in our Japanese bin. I've got a Paul McCartney. Give my regards to Broad Street, Japanese pressing. We have Belafonte. That is sold to Pamela Yeager. That's sold to Pamela Yeager. Our next Japanese pressing is Paul McCartney. Give my regards to Broad Street, a Japanese pressing, near mint minus and pristine. That's a $35 start. Paul McCartney. There's the LP. There's the Japanese insert. Very nice cover with Obi. $35 start on that. Paul McCartney. Give my regards to Broad Street. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to read just the titles that's left in here very quickly. If you want a price or if you want to go ahead and claim it, let me know. We've put out 2 whole crates of Christmas albums, and it looks like there's going to be about a half a crate left when we're done. Yeah, I was about to say, there's one of the big surprises, Alabama Christmas. It's been claimed. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Do you have the new Marvelous 3 album 4 yet? I do not have that. That's something I'm not too familiar with, actually. Chipmunk. Let me start over. Christmas with the Chipmunks. The Whisperers. Happy Holidays to You. A Christmas Carol. That's a spoken word reading of it. Barbra Streisand. The Temptations. Disney's Christmas favorites. Elf. Do they know it's Christmas yet? Or do they know it's Christmas? No yet. Tidings of Joy. Glenn Campbell. There's 2 Disneys left. Disney's Christmas favorites. $19.99 each on those. There's 2 left. Great Songs of Christmas. Engelbert Humperdinck. The DBs. Bobby Darin. George Thorogood. Red Vinyl. Loretta Lynn, Country Christmas. Willie Nelson, Pretty Paper. Tennessee Ernie Ford, All Come Ye Faithful. Joe Willinger said he'll take a Disney. Sell this to Joe Willinger. He's going to get a Disney LP. There's 1 left. Mario Lanza. Pamela Yeager wants Bobby Darin. That's sold to Pamela Yeager. Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas. That's one of two left. Let's see here. Living Strings, The Sound of Christmas. Carols of Christmas. Renata Tebaldi. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Manaheim Steamroller. Mormon Tabernacle. The Holy and the Ivy. The Holly and the Ivy. I don't get my holies and hollies mixed up. Another Manaheim Steamroller. On Christmas Night. Christmas Festival. The Organ Plays at Christmas, Ken Griffin. Christmas Time and Carol and Song, Slim Whitman. And A Christmas Carols, Leroy Anderson. Renee R. put Abacab, Genesis Abacab. Sell this to Renee R. Tanner for a $35 buy it now. And let me go ahead and condense the other Christmas album that was in here. Here is the stuff from the very first crate. We have Elvis Sings the Wonderful World of Christmas, Open Temptations, Oak Ridge Boys, Elvis Memories of Christmas, Phil Spector's Christmas album, Christmas Country, Have Yourself a Big Old Christmas, Mormon Tabernacle, The Three Sons, Harry Simon Coracle, Eric Robertson, Sergio Franchi, another Glenn Campbell, and that's where we start at. Next is price on the second Manaheim Steamroller. This one, Manaheim Steamroller presents a Fresh Air Christmas. That is $19.99. Chris, that's $19.99. How much are the Tabernacles? I think there's several here. Let's see here. Going back to that batch, I think they're mostly $4.99. Let's see. This one here, yeah, I think they're all $4.99. That one, yeah, they're all $4.99. Okay, and the first Manaheim Steamroller, it's also $19.99. We had two, we sold one, there's one left. Okay, what's the Christmas Country? That was called Christmas Country. It is sealed, unopened, $14.99. Johnny Lee, Hank Williams Jr., Tom Paul Glasser, Eddie Raven, Sonny Curtis, Joe Sun, Dave Rowland, Mel Tillis, Helen Cornelius, and Mel Tillis. Jess Dream says he'll take all three. So that was the Tabernacles. Let me find those again. That was, there's one there, and let me try to find the other one. There's two for sure. Let's see, there might have been one in this first batch. Yeah, this one. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir. It was $9.99, the greatest hits of Christmas. That was $9. Well, that's the Harry Simon. So I guess there's one. Let me know if you want that one as well. Okay, Paul McCartney's a buy it now for $35. If anybody wants that. Chris B. Jack, John Schofield, and Leslie Holt, if you decide you want the Manaheim Steamrollers or the Christmas Country, let me know, and I'll tag those for you. Okay. Also, it says that we're not connected to Facebook right now. Can anybody still hear me on Facebook? I lost. It says I'm only connected to one of two platforms. If you're on Facebook, let me know. It says I'm not connected to Facebook right now. Error. I'm only getting comments from YouTube. I just saw that pop up down there. So Jet said he'll pass on that one. I think that was the only other ones. All right. I don't know about last request. I don't think I'm to that point yet. I will say I'm awfully hungry, but we're definitely still selling a lot of vinyl. So, and it's Friday night. Last night we went to almost to 11:30. No, last night we went almost to 12:30. At this point last night we still had we were still rolling. Yeah, I don't think Facebook's working right now, which is not good. I may have to pull up my other chat because I had some people ask for the country and that. Renee, you got Genesis, and I don't think I can see Facebook comments right now, which is not good whatsoever. So I might have to get my other phone and pull up the chat. I really don't want to restart the feed, but let me pull this up. And here, can anybody, let me see what's going on over here on Facebook. Let me pull it back up here. I have a feeling people's going to be like, Facebook is good. It is, but I can't see y'all. Let's see here. Our comments aren't going through. No, they're not. So I've got my phone pulled up here with the other feed. I can look at it over here. But as of right now, I'm not connected to Facebook anymore. Y'all can hear me and see me, but I can't see your comments through my software. I can only sit over here watching it like I'm an actual viewer. So now, let me go back. If I missed anything since that happened, if I missed any claims in here, go ahead and send it again. If you're on Facebook, I've got both feeds pulled up over here now. So if you notice anything, if somebody wanted to know a price or anything, let me know. But it looks like everything else is still working good. Okay, so let me clear some of this away. I got some plastic, older, dingier plastic sleeves. I like putting new, fresh sleeves on everything. If we get a collection with sleeves, first thing we do is throw them all in the trash. So Leslie passed on country. Okay, if there's anybody else on anything in here, let me know. So very nice. All of our Christmas albums are right there in a nice red crate, Christmas crate. I'm going to keep those up here by the counter. Let me see what else we got over here to go through. And I've got more auctions. Let me see if I can find that other half-off bin I've been looking for. This has got... Great, these are pretty recent. That's October. I might have to step to the back right quick. Let me see what dates are on these. Yeah, October. Okay, those are October. Let me go to the back. So timeout. Probably what we'll do is it's a quarter till. I know if everybody will stick around for another half-off crate, I'll do that again. And we'll see what we're at on time after that. I'll keep auctions rolling. But let me go find another crate. I'll have to step to the back to do that. Had to dig one out. Hope everybody still can hear me and with me. Had to dig this one out to Chris Farrar wanted the Mario Lanza from the other one. Do you have me for the first Mannheim? No, I missed that, Vaughn, because we dropped connection there for a second. So we dropped connection there for a second. Facebook is good. All right, so let me pull a couple of those out. So first, Mannheim Steamroller and the Mario Lanza album. All right. Let me find that. Okay, so Tanner, these are sold at sticker to Vaughn Schoenfield and Mario Lanza sold to Chris Farrar. So before I get any more other auctions rolling, Oak Ridge Boys, Leslie, it was $9.99. Let me know if you want it. I'm going to go through some half-off LPs. I'll introduce a couple new auctions in just a second. Rush is $26.99 if anybody wants a copy of Power Windows. That's an on-sale price. Let me put those away so I got a couple more spaces here to spread out some auctions. Paul McCartney was a $35 buy it now. Genesis was a $45 buy it now. The Beatles on red vinyl was an $85 buy it now. I'm going to move those right over here. I got to put them in sleeves and later after the sale. Nope. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. Roy Orbison, $10. In shrink wrap, laminar flow, $10 for Roy Orbison. Let me pull Oak Ridge for Leslie. Leslie gets the Oak Ridge Boys Christmas album, which is right here. That's sold to Leslie, $9.99. All right, that's sold to Leslie. Roy Orbison's $10. I'm going to have to keep up with both feeds here. It's kind of complex, but I think we're good. So Roy Orbison, $10. Seals and Croft, taking it easy. $5 on Seals and Croft. Melanie is $5. Melanie's $5. The Who, Meaty, Beady, Big, and Bouncy. Very cool. This is a Who greatest hit, or not a greatest hits, but a compilation of hits. I don't think it has everything on it, but it's really good. I Can't Explain, Happy Jack, I Can See for Miles, My Generation, The Seeker. That's a few on side 1. $10 on that. Jane Fink first on Melanie. Tanner, this officially starts half off sticker. Of course, Oak Ridge was sticker. Melanie's the first one here, half off. Arthur Rubenstein. This is $6.50. Coral, and let's see, I don't know. This got a lot. This is one of those classical albums. I never know really what to call it. We'll call it $6. Arthur Rubenstein. Jane Fink also wants The Who. That's sold to Jane Fink. So Seals and Croft is still available. So is Roy Orbison. Jose Feliciano, Sweet Soul Music. Jose is $5. Jose Feliciano. Christy Burr, Crusader. That's a white label promo. Christy Burr, Crusader. That's a $7.50 now. We have a Billy Joel, 52nd Street, Japanese pressing. Billy Joel, 52nd Street. The vinyl is near mint minus, and this is going to be a $35 start. A Japanese pressing of 52nd Street. Billy Joel, the classic Billy Joel, 52nd Street. Has a book, has a Japanese insert. That's a $35 start. Back to the half-off stuff. We have Jimmy Weinsner Trio, $12.50. That's a weird word. I don't know what that is. $12.50. It looks like appreciation, but it had a couple R's in there. Tom Paxton, Peace Will Come. $5 for Tom Paxton. $5. Also, the Red Foley Story. Red Foley Story, this is EX condition. $6.50. The Red Foley Story. The Best of Chad and Jeremy. $5 for the Best of Chad and Jeremy. Also, Carla Bonoff, Wild Heart of the Young. Carla Bonoff, $5 for Carla Bonoff. Carla Bonoff, Restless Nights. That's also $5. And Carly Simon, Another Passenger. $5 for Carly Simon, Another Passenger. Dave Mason, Alone Together, $7.50. This is on black vinyl. I said that because some of them are on marbled vinyl, but that one's on black vinyl, $7.50. Rockin' the Guess Who, $10 for Rockin' the Guess Who, $10. Orange RCA label, $10 on the Guess Who. Gordon Lightfoot, Old Dan's Records, that is $10. Gordon Lightfoot, Old Dan's Records. Also, Noel Harrison, $10 on Noel Harrison. $10 on Noel Harrison. Blue London label. The Fisher Fidelity Standard, a low distortion musical program source for evaluating high fidelity equipment. That is $7.50. Stephen A. Young wants both Carla Bonoffs. That's sold to Stephen A. Young and Stephen A. Young. Hits of the Mercy Era, Volume 1, $7.50 for Hits of the Mercy Era. Dave Edmonds, Get It. Dave Edmonds is $10. Juice Newton, Can't Wait All Night. Shrink Wrap and Hype Sticker, $5 for Juice. And Juice Newton, Old Flame. That's $5. Juice and Juice. The new Commander Cody Band Rock and Roll Project. Commander Cody, $10. Chris Farrar wants the Weisner Trio. That was this record right back here. Jimmy Weisner Trio. That's sold to Chris Farrar. Thank you, Chris. Jackson Brown, Late for the Sky. $7.50 for Jackson Brown. Pure Prairie League, 2-Lane Highway. $7.50 for Pure Prairie League. Also, Randy Newman, Little Criminals. Randy Newman is $10. Leslie Holt wants Old Flame. That's Juice Newton. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Harry Nilsson, Sandman, $10. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make Billy Joe a buy it now. If anybody wants this for a $35 buy it now, you can go ahead and claim that. That's Billy Joe, 52nd Street. That's a $35 buy it now. Outlaws, Playing to Win. The Outlaws is $10. Playing to Win. Also, the Sutherland Brothers and Quiver. $10 on that. If you're just joining us, we're doing a few auctions here and there. I'm in a bin of half-off vintage. I went to the back just a moment ago to get this one, and I did find a really good bin. It's not really ready, dated to be half off, but we'll do buy it now best offer on it. And I'll bring it up in just a second. I'll do it actually after this bin. It had some really good titles. I'll do those buy it now best offer. Here's a Japanese pressing I haven't got to offer tonight. And this is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. A Japanese pressing. Have not shown this tonight. Haven't had one up for auction. Actually, I think in a little while. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. It's going to be a $55 start. Sgt. Pepper's. That's pretty self-explanatory. $55 start. Has the original apple black inner sleeve. $55 start on that. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That's now up for buy it now. Jim Nielsen wants the Billy Joe. Let's sell that to Jim Nielsen for a $35 buy it now, Tanner. These Japanese Billy Joe albums always sound great. That's sold to Jim. And Sgt. Pepper's is a $55 start. $55 start on that. Okay, back to the half-off stuff. We have Kali, maybe? Pancal. That's $5. Beach Boys Love You. VG Plus, $7.50. Magic Style, Pat Raleigh, $10 on Pat Raleigh, Magic Style. That's actually in shrink wrap. Portrait of the Originals. That's a 1970 pressing, $12.50. Meatloaf, wow, that's surprising, $12.50. Bat Out of Hell, original orange Epic label, VG Plus, $12.50. Dunn and McCashin, that's sealed from 1970, $10 on Dunn and McCashin. The Buddy Holly Story, $10 on the Buddy Holly Story, original motion picture soundtrack. Hooked on Swing, $7.50 on Hooked on Swing. Gordon Lightfoot, Don Quixote, VG copy, $5. Jetstream First on Meatloaf, that's sold to Jetstream. Stephen Stills 2 is $10. Stephen Stills 2. The Jubilators, Togetherness. The Jubilators is $5. Togetherness. We also have Biff Rose, Half Live at the Bitter End. Biff Rose is $5. Half Live at the Bitter End. Telly Savalas, Who Loves Ya Baby. Telly is sealed from 1976. Kojak, $12.50. Ben Atkins Patchouli, that is $12.50. Ben Atkins Patchouli. Argent In Deep, EX Condition, $8.50. And Argent Altogether Now, VG Plus $7.50. That has Hold Your Head Up. Let's make the Beatles Sgt. Pepper's a buy it now. If anybody wants that, it's a $55 buy it now. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That's a buy it now if anybody wants it for $55. Next is Out of Sight. This looks cool. It's VG Plus, now $17.50. Out of Sight. It is Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Freddie and the Dreamers, the Turtles, Dobie Gray, the Astronauts, and the Knickerbockers. Soundtrack, Out of Sight. Looks like they got a drag, some kind of drag racing film of some sort. $17.50 for Out of Sight. Jesse Coulter, VG Plus, $7.50. Joe Walsh recorded live. You Can't Argue with a Sick Mind. Joe Walsh is $10. John Waite. This is Rover's Return. John Waite is $7.50. Arlo Guthrie, $10 on Arlo. Gordon Lightfoot Salute, that's $10. Also for men only, Faye Richmond. And yes, she's completely nude on the cover. That is $18.50. We got a sticky note covering her up. Head East is $10. And we have Winder K. Frog, Out of the Frying Pan, $12.50. Winder K. Frog, Out of the Frying Pan, $12.50 on that. I think I actually have a couple Japanese auctions that I can do for buy it now that I haven't really ran, but I have them kind of quite often, some more than others. But these are buy it nows if anybody's interested. These are Santana Z-Bop and Asia self-titled, $35 buy it nows. Near mint Japanese pressings, Asia and Santana Z-Bop. Those are $35 buy it nows. All right, now I'm going to go get that crate I was talking about earlier that was buy it now best offer. By the way, if you're watching, we still got 150 people watching. That was some older titles. I may have already been through them before even. Half off stuff that didn't sell. If you want anything else in there, let me know. I'm not going to go back through them. I'm going to go grab that crate of even better titles I think I've seen. And we're going to do buy it now best offer. I can't do half off on all of them. But if you want to make fair offers, I'll probably take it. So let me go grab that. But first, let me set this over here. Some of the vintage stuff we've already been through tonight. And set that right there. Okay, so let me go grab that. I'll be right back. There's a couple more buy it nows. And I'll check and see if there's any new comments. Probably need to do another big recap of all the new vinyl we have on sale for tonight. If y'all can hear me, I'm going to try to make some flip crates for tomorrow where I actually sort through these and like make some $6.99, make some $9.99. We do that sometimes with these flip crates, but everybody's awfully quiet on a Friday afternoon. I hadn't seen a new comment in like 5 minutes. Or I should say a Friday night. I'm going to read these. I'm going to tell you what they are, the price, the title, the condition. If I don't say anything about the condition, it's EX plus near mint minus. And I'll tell you the price, and you can buy it now or you can make a best offer. Tomorrow night, I did a lot of sorting. I didn't have like a lot of new auctions that I posted and advertised for tonight because I was going to leave that up for John because I just did a lot of sorting. So we had all those REM bootlegs tonight. We had some Queen bootlegs. We had some stuff from Pittsburgh that we really didn't even advertise because I did all the sorting and I had to leave this morning. I didn't get pictures taken or anything. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have pretty much a full layout of everything we're going to be auctioning. You know, there's going to be some metal. There's going to be new Japanese stuff. We're going to have some really good titles. So we have tonight too, but they were all kind of surprises. First, let's do some buy it now best offer. We have Freddie and the Dreamers, $9.99. This is Do the Freddie. And these are buy it now best offers. And you can go ahead and claim them, or you can make an offer. Don't hesitate to make offers. Herb Albert's Tijuana Brass, south of the border. That's near mint in shrink wrap with the original Kmart price tag, $19.99. Neil Diamond, The Best Years of Our Life, $9.99 on Neil Diamond. The Best of the Lovin' Spoonful, that's a 2 LP. The Best of the Lovin' Spoonful, $19.99. The Best of the Lovin' Spoonful, that's a 2 LP on the Karma Sutra label. Do You Believe in Magic? The Beach Boys MIU album, that is $19.99. Best of the Beach the Beach Boys MIU album. We have Paul Anka, The Vintage Years. That's $9.99. And the Beach Boys Endless Summer. This is in shrink wrap. It's a 2 LP Beach Boys compilation. I have not decided on Pink Floyd and Zeppelin. We might do one of those artists next week. We might do one of them next week. Jetstream says he'll take Herb Albert for $12. Sell that to Jetstream for $12. We have Beach Boys in concert, but no, they have not been set. This is in shrink wrap with the Kmart price tag. That's $19.99. Beach Boys concert. Wings at the Speed of Sound. Wings is $24.99. Yes songs. Surprisingly, not a whole lot of ringware on that cover. That's a triple LP live Yes album, $39.99. The Age of Television, a chronicle of the first 25 years on a 12-inch LP record and 32-page book. And that does have the booklet, $19.99 for The Age of Television. We have Bob Seger's Against the Wind. Bob Seger's Against the Wind. This is $19.99. Has the original inner sleeve with it. Bob Seger's Against the Wind. $19.99. Very clean looking copy of that. Johnny Rivers Slim Slow Slider. $9.99 for Johnny Rivers. And the Righteous Brothers Greatest Hits. Unchained Melody. $14.99. $14.99. The Out of Sight is still available. Out of Sight is still available. Also, Steve Earle and the Dukes Exit O. $49.99. Steve Earle and the Dukes, Exit O, $49.99. Any more Japanese auctions? You can bet David's going to be asking that. Let me see what we have here. I've got King Crimson, Pink Floyd, Genesis, Eagles, Van Halen, Yes, King Crimson, Patrick Simmons, The Beatles, King Crimson, Roxy Music, Van Halen, Kiss, and the Beatles. There's a couple artists. Let me know if there's any that you may be interested on. Next is Thomas Bowman said he would take Neil Diamond for $7. Sell this to Tom and Bowman for $7. Japanese Endless Summer. Endless Summer. I don't think I have Endless Summer. I do. The Beach Boys. The Beach Boys is $24.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Buy it now best offer. Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66, Full on the Hill, $19.99. Like I said, buy them now or make best offer. The Master Musicians of Jajuka, that is $29.99. That is a 1974 with insert. Eric Gooden wanted Argent from the last crate. Where did he say that at? Eric? I had it wrote down. Okay. Okay, I must have missed that. The feed's really right. I'm not even connected to Facebook right now, so it's hard for me to keep up. So he wants both Argents. Let me find which bin that was in. Thomas Bowman. All right. Out of sight. Let me go ahead and pull that. Eric Gooden got both Argents. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even catch that earlier. Somebody asked about Out of Sight. It's still available. There's both Argents for Eric. Okay. Which Genesis?
Yeah, Terry Schneider wants Out of Sight.
Well, where are you seeing this stuff from? Facebook? Facebook. Wow. $24.99 on Endless Summer. Yeah. Weird. Okay. I don't know if it's probably have to be the last crate regardless because I don't see. Oh, I turned off my phone. I don't see everything right now, so it's really, really tough. So, okay. She did say she wanted Out of Sight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's sold. Next was 16 on Endless Summer. Sell that for $16 to Rhonda. Pamela Yeager said 7 on Freddie and the Dreamers. Sold. Craig Thomas said 7 on Johnny Rivers. Sold. Yeah, so weird. All right, so Johnny Rivers is $7 to Craig Thompson. Pamela Yeager got Freddie and the Dreamers for 7. Endless Summer was 16 to Rhonda Drar. Now, we had somebody ask about Genesis and possibly a Van Halen over here. Let's do those right quick. We got Genesis Invisible Touch, and we have Van Halen OU812. So Genesis Invisible Touch, this is going to be a $45 star. This is a pretty desirable one from their 80s catalog here, Invisible Touch. $45 start. The vinyl's near mint pristine. It has that Japanese insert, and it has an obi, has a textured cover. And then we have a very tough one to get here, OU812. This is going to be an $85 start. Van Halen OU812. There's the Japanese insert. There's the very nice vinyl. There's the cover with obi. Van Halen OU812. That's an $85 start. All right, let me finish going through this bin if I can. These are buy it now, best offer. Buy it now, best offer. We have Rotary Connection. This is $29.99, 1968. Rotary Connection. If I miss something, just comment again or try to let us know because I'm not seeing everything. Neil Diamond Gold, $14.99. This is Iron Butterfly Metamorphosis. That's a German copy. Iron Butterfly Metamorphosis, $24.99. That's a German copy of Metamorphosis. The Notorious Byrds Brothers, $24.99 for The Byrds, $24.99. That's on the original Columbia 2i label, $24.99. And The Doors, Strange Days. Wow, $34.99. The Doors, Strange Days. That's on the black and red reissue Electra label. Joe Maynard's at $85 on Van Halen. Going once, going twice. Someone wanted Dave Edmunds, Get It from the last crate. Who wanted Dave Edmunds, Get It? Let me know because I don't have that pulled for you. Iron Butterfly, Scorching Beauty. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Janis Joplin Pearl, $34.99 for Janis Joplin Pearl. Very clean copy of that, like extremely clean on the vinyl. $34.99. Final call on Van Halen for $85, or I should say, since I'm not seeing everything, going once, going twice on Van Halen. Commander Cody, Flying Dreams, $19.99 on Commander Cody. Endless Beach, $24.99. That looks like, I don't know if it's his artwork or not. I was about to say, it looks like R. Crumb artwork, but I'm not for sure. This looks like a compilation, $24.99. Chris Bijak says he asked about the Dave Edmunds. Okay, so there was a Dave Edmunds from the last spin. Let me see if I can find that, and then Chris, you can let me know if you want it or not. Let's see here. Dave Edmunds. Dave Edmunds is $10. It's called Dave Edmunds Get It. Looks like it has an original company sleeve. It's on Swan Song. Wow. Swan Song, $10. Dave Edmunds. Shows he provided final call. It's a final call now. Van Halen's at $85. Wow. Big Brother and the Holding Company. Cheap Thrills. $34.99. $34.99. Big Brother and the Holding Company. Cheap Thrills. I can't do $40 on Sgt. Pepper's. Or did I put that up? I think I put that up earlier for a $55 start. I know I did. I would do $50 on Sgt. Pepper's, the Sgt. Pepper's Japanese pressing. Neil Young, Neil and the Shocking Pinks, $24.99 for Neil Young. Gene Vincent and his Blue Caps, $14.99 for Gene Vincent. And Dionne Warwick, How Many Times We Can Say Goodbye. Dionne Warwick is $9.99. The Early Songs of Paul Simon, that's a promo-only release with the book that came with it, $49.99. The Early Songs of Paul Simon. Let's go ahead and sell Van Halen to Joe Maynard for $85. If anybody wants Genesis Invisible Touch, it's a $45 buy it now. Genesis Invisible Touch, $45 buy it now. Del Shannon, Drop Down and Get Me. Del Shannon's a white label promo, $14.99. Richard Nixon Superstar, David Fry. Richard Nixon Superstar, David Fry, $14.99. I think that's a comedy record. 25 Years of Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys, Sunkissed, 25th Anniversary Tour, $26.99. Kara Bauer is going to get the Genesis for a $45 buy it now. That's sold to Kara Bauer. Genesis for a $45 buy it now. The Beach Boys, Surf's Up. That's a 1971 white label promo. a 71 white label promo of the Beach Boys Surfs Up. That is $59.99. $59.99. The Beach Boys Surfs Up. Also, Deep Purple, made in Europe, $26.99, and I believe this is literally made in Europe. It's a German copy. Deep Purple, made in Europe, $26.99. Vanilla Fudge, Near the Beginning, $19.99 for Vanilla Fudge, Near the Beginning. That's on the yellow Atco label. Vanilla Fudge, $19.99. Mary Poppins, Walt Disney's Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke, $19.99. Oreo Speedwagon, Oreo 2, this is $19.99 for Oreo Speedwagon. Oreo 2, yellow Epic label. And Juice Newton, Old Flame, $9.99. 12-inch single from TNT, 10,000 Lovers in One, $9.99 from TNT. Michael Franks, The Camera Never Lies. Michael Franks is $9.99. This is Everly Brothers, The Cordettes, Johnny Tilliston, Lenny Welch, Volume 3, $12.99. And that's called Cadence Classic Series, Volume 3, $12.99. Dan Hicks and His Hot Licks, $14.99. Last Train to Hicksville, $14.99. Also, Deep Purple, there's Made in Japan. We had Made in Europe earlier. This one's Made in Japan, $36.99. That's a 2LP classic. Deep Purple live concert. Tough Darts is $39.99. Pop Goes the Basie, that's Count Basie, $9.99. Pop Goes the Basie, $9.99. Carly Rae Jepsen, Emotion, $49.99, a 2015 sealed copy. Judah and the Lion, Kids These Days, that is sealed from 2014, $29.99. Brian C. offered $15 for REO Speedwagon. That's sold to Brian for $15. Jetstream wants the Count Basie. That's sold to Jetstream. So Brian C. got REO 15. Jetstream got Count. We have Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits, $9.99. Rachel Sweet, Full Around, a 1978 UK pressing on white vinyl, $24.99. Rachel Sweet, Full Around, $24.99. Steve Miller Band, Sailor, $29.99 on Sailor. Chuck Jackson, I Don't Want to Cry, $34.99 on Chuck Jackson. That's on the Wand label. Chuck Jackson's I Don't Want to Cry, $34.99. Propaganda, a blatant attempt to influence your musical taste, $14.99. And Brand New Eyes, Paramore. That is sealed, $74.99. Paramore, Brand New Eyes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think there might be people on Facebook right now trying to buy something, and I don't know if we can see it or not. So if I can't hear or see you, then if you're on Facebook trying to buy something, you hadn't seen me pull it or acknowledge it, then I guess just send us a message right quick. There's all of a sudden, though, just a lot just came in, like a bunch. Rhonda offered $15 for the Birds. Let's see. There's sold out to Rhonda for $15. Next was Dale Shannon for $7. This is the last crate of the night because one thing, it's really hard for us to see comments right now. And I'm going to get ready for a big sale tomorrow night. So we're going to have a lot of stuff on sale. Sell this also to Rhonda for $7. But this is the last crate of the night. We'll be back tomorrow with new auctions, new arrivals, and I've also got new vinyl that we haven't even unboxed or got priced yet. So tomorrow night, we'll have a little bit of new vinyl we hadn't shown. I'll probably do some big recaps. We'll have on sale. We'll have great auctions. We'll have autographs. We'll have stuff like that. Marco offered $10 for the Cadence compilation. Sell that to Marco for $10. James Fairfax is at $15 on the Mary Poppins. Let's sell that to James for $15. Kara offered $15 for BS. And BS would be, did I already pull that? What was BS, Kara? And I will go back to that. Endless Beach Info. Endless Beach. That was this compilation from earlier, wasn't it? Endless Beach. Endless Beach. $24.99. Gold stamp promo. Endless Beach. 2LP. Various artists, Robert John, The Spellbinders, Major Lance, The Times, Tower of Power. It looks like an epic sampler. Otis Leavell, Ron Moody, Major Lance, Billy Butler. That's on disc 1. And over here is the other disc. Wild Cherry, Tyrone Davis, Tina Charles, Jimmy Hall, another Tower of Power track. Essence, Billy Butler, Major Lance, The Times, and Robert John. That's called Endless Beach, $24.99. So we had the Birds, Del Shannon. Marco offered 10 for Cadence. I've already pulled that. James Fairfax, 15 on Mary Poppins. Kara is going to let us know what the BS, she said BS $15. That was Endless Summer. And then price on Tough Darts. Tough Darts was $39.99. And then over here we had a $10 offer for Vanilla Fudge. That might be a new buyer. Ejua 080. I'm going to take your offer on Vanilla Fudge, but please make sure you contact us because it is the end of the sale and I don't want to lose you before we get your information. We're going to share a link to our website. This is sold for you for $7. Make sure you message our page, or if you're on Facebook, which you're on YouTube, so make sure you click the link to that website and fill out that form. We'll need your email address and mailing address. We invoice on Mondays, and invoices go out all day on Monday. $7 unlimited shipping. Please come back tomorrow. We'll be doing this again tomorrow. Sell this Dave Edmonds. Sell this Dave Edmonds for $7 to Chris B. Jack. And I think I'm caught up. So right now on the embedded, what's going on is right now this embedded stream where my hand's going up and down, that nobody can, there's no Facebook comments popping up there. There are people still watching on Facebook, actually 50 people at the moment, but their comments aren't popping up through our software where you can see it on your screen. I can see it here, you can see it on your screen, but if you're commenting on Facebook, I'm actually watching over here on the Facebook app, and that's the problem. We're going to sell Chris Ferrara this Juca for $19.99. And if anybody else wants to make an offer on anything in this crate, as you see, I'm pulling out records left and right. It's the end of the night. This is sold to Chris Ferrara for $19.99. So don't hesitate there. If not, I'm going to eat for the first time today. Well, since I've been awake, which I'm on night shift, so it's going to be like lunch for me. Then I'm going to start getting ready for tomorrow night's sale. So we're going to have some great stuff. We've had a great night tonight. Did a lot of that stuff on sale. All the Metallicas are gone that we discounted, except for a couple, except for Injustice. We got some of those left. We got some Garage Inks left, but we sold out of those other Metallica titles. And wow, yeah, we've done a lot. I'm going to make a couple posts about some other stuff. But if there'll be nothing else, which I don't know if I can see everybody's comments or not. Brian Sanders. So, how did my Beatles offer go? Brian Sanders. Brian, you offered $40. I'm seeing it now. You offered $40 on the Beatles Sgt. Pepper's. I was wanting $55. I said I would take $50 for it. Brian Sanders. You offered $40. I was wanting $55. I said I would take $50. So if you decide you want that, let me know. We'll be back tomorrow with new stuff. I'm probably going to... I still got a half a crate of Metallica records. If I can get that promoted and let everybody know we're going to auction those, make sure the buyers for those are on, we'll do those tomorrow. So, okay. And Brian, if you decide you want it for $50, that is a very nice copy of Sgt. Pepper's. I don't think I've ever sold one for below $55 before, actually. That was top quality. So, let me know on that. I'm signing off. If anything comes in late and I don't see it, let me know. But right now, good night from Lebanon and Coletco. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and I'll